Eric the Midget's on the phone. We haven't spoken to him in 2 weeks.
Oh, and I got DSL over vacation, so I can see that little mutant.
All right. Let's see. Eric?
Hello.
All right. After 2 weeks, he must have something important to say.
Well, I was kind of on hold for 2 reasons. I figure that Lankford will be doing a report about the meet and greet, and then also I kind of wanted to stick up for Gary because he was getting bashed pretty good on SFN.
God. This is what you came up with in 2 weeks?
Hey, fuck you, jackass. I wanted to stick up for Gary, and I don't do that. I often do.
Bye, Eric.
On
Argue with
SFN.
him.
We'll see, Eric.
Eric, what did they say about Gary on SFN?
Well, supposedly a soldier was saying that he was not being nice to him and stuff like that, and then SFN really jumped down his throat about it.
Hey, Eric, can I ask you a question? If you want to stick up for him on SFN, why don't you fucking do it on SFN? And why do you have to call into the show and grind it to a halt?
What is it, Gary?
Do you care about this?
You didn't do that 10 minutes ago when he took your fucking call, you piece of shit.
Bye, Eric. Listen. So I can defend Gary.
No, what is
if
this,
he
Gary?
defends himself, it might sound weird. I was there, and
Gary was rude to the soldiers.
SFN could not be more wrong. Gary was gracious and helped. Was nice to every soldier, and I was there, and that's the truth.
Gary was rude to the soldiers.
Here's what happened. The guy. We found out that it's 9 o'clock at night in Afghanistan, which is like 10 o'clock in the morning. I now find out that this article is in the paper about mortar fire.
Right.
But I haven't spoken to my wife. I wasn't going to tell her about it until I got home. So now I know it's in the paper, so I got to call home quickly to make sure that my wife knows what happened, that we're okay, that my mother knows that we're okay, because I didn't want my kids and everybody to get upset. I'm on the phone, and I'm talking, and this guy says, can I have a picture? I put the phone to my side, and I take a picture with him. Then I went in and he asked me to sign a Jim Norton book, and I said, oh, that's the dude from Opie and Anthony, right? And he goes, yeah. I signed the book. He got this whole thing in his head, like when I said, oh, that's the guy from Opie and Anthony, like I didn't want to sign the book. He said, is Artie still signed? I said, yeah, Artie signed for the whole 5 years. He said, I made him feel stupid. Howard, the guy was just like really weird. I mean, I did everything.
It was a soldier.
It was a soldier, yeah. I mean, but I did everything that you could do. So I actually posted something on SFN yesterday defending myself.
I like that. So were the soldiers on SFN in Afghanistan?
Yeah.
How did they get? How do they?
Because I was on the internet the whole time I was there. Yeah, you get to wait online and everything. But I have to tell you that the guy posted this thing, and then it's just a barrage of. I mean, it got to the point where one guy said Gary ruined Artie's trip because Artie went over to be Artie Lang, and Gary fucked it up. Why is Gary over there? Gary's a fucking loser. Then there were pictures of horses with giant teeth. I mean, it was like Howard. It is like a fucking avalanche.
So Eric, you defended Gary?
Well, not on SFN. I wanted to defend him here and there.
So thank you.
Well, why do you want to defend him if you didn't know the story?
Well, I read the spread. I read his post, and I thought he did a good job.
Of defending himself. Yeah, you mean from Afghanistan? You went
No, I did it when I got home. I didn't see it. But the weirdest thing was the guy.
So you posted on SFN?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
The guy emailed me when I got home.
I should post on SFN.
But Howard, the guy emailed me when I got home.
Start.
And I emailed him back and I said, listen, I'm sorry that you felt, that I wasn't being there. I explained to him what was going on. I was making a call. And I said something like, listen, even though you hear me on the radio, I still have everyday problems. I was just dealing with it. And he sent me back this note. He goes, don't fucking insult me by telling me people I hear on the radio have everyday problems. And then he posted all our emails.
Wow.
Why are you responding to him?
I don't know, just because it was such a great experience. And the third email I get is this, totally negative thing. It just
but why would the guy want you to sign Jim Norton's book anyway? I mean,
but I don't care. We signed anything.
No, I know. Forget that. I mean, why would they want you to sign a book other than, let's say, your own book if you had one?
I don't know the answer to that.
Right.
The guy asked me that we all signed it, and I don't know. The guy owned the book, and it was the only thing he had on him that he owned. So he said, "Would you sign it?" And we all said, "Okay, no problem."
But it was like I said, "Oh, that's the dude from Opie and Anthony." Like it was an observation, not a
right.
I wasn't
bad.
You're
a bad guy.
Yeah, he was all over me.
Exactly. And like Norton is actually a friend of mine. He's a real nice guy, and that book is actually very funny, and he grew up a fan of this show. There's like no contention at all with him.
Yeah, I think it was in the guy's head that there was contention.
So look at Eric defending you.
Thank you, Eric.
No problem.
All right, Eric, thank you for the call.
Well, wait a minute.
What was the other thing?
There's no such thing as saying goodbye to Eric.
Right, he said he had 2 things on him.
All right, what was your second thing, Eric?
Well, I wanted to see if you know, guys were going to talk about the meet and greet, but also
What meet and greet?
the meet and greet that I had on Thursday.
Oh.
No, we were going to hit that one today.
Yeah, we were.
Oh,
not
my
gonna
God.
Howard's got that scheduled for next year.
Howard, do you know about 1 million people during the vacation said the funniest thing Fred has ever done is when we had the conversation with Eric when no one showed up. He sold 0 tickets.
Yeah.
And Fred kept hitting 0.0 and interrupting him, and Eric went nuts.
0.0.
That, of course, from the great film Animal House, saying
Eric sold 0 tickets?
0.0.
Dean Wormer says it's a Bluto played by John Belushi in one of the greatest comedies
What was
ever.
Eric trying to sell tickets to?
Yeah, what was it?
I don't know.
Eric, what were you selling tickets to?
It was a meet and greet event that I had before a Sacramento Monarchs game on Thursday.
Oh, that's why there were no many people. No
When
people
Eric-
there. It was a Sacramento Monarchs game.
0.
When Eric gets boring, it should be called a meet and sleep. Like, people go there and just pass out.
Like 15 people came up to me and said that was Fred at his finest.
Eric,
I could
did you
not
ever-
stop laughing.
Why would people want to meet you before something that you're not even doing?
Yeah, they're not there for you.
They're there for something. Eric does a meet and greet at like a Van Halen show. You retard.
Yeah, Eric, they weren't meeting you. They were
You are
seeing Van Halen.
What, Eric?
You are retarded, Ralph. Shut the fuck up.
So, how many people showed up to your meet and greet?
0.0.
Eric just goes to places where there's a lot of a crowd for something else
And does a meet and greet.
and
That's
stands
kind of cool. though.
Stands in front of them and meets them.
Yeah. That's like he'd go to the American Idol show and go, okay, I'm here for a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Like, he'll just go to like an OTB that has a long line and set up a desk and go, yeah, look at this, look at the turnout for my meet and greet.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool way to become. You're like Paris Hilton.
That's right. You just go to places where people will be.
All right, and you go, hey, I'm here. Meet
Yeah.
me.
I'm Eric.
So where was the meet and greet again?
Welcome to the meet and greet.
At the Arco Arena in Sacramento.
Oh, and like you show up, even though it's
How many people showed up, Eric?
1,000.
0.
I lost counted about 50.
50.
50.
So
Were there
at the
people who accidentally
at the
won?
game, 50 people lined up to meet you.
They were
Well,
lost.
I said I lost count.
No, Fred heard a different number. What was it, Fred?
0.0.
But Eric, didn't you charge money for people to meet and greet you?
The money also got them in.
Wait, I can't hear your answer. What did you say? Wait, what?
I said the money also got them into the game as well.
So in other words, you bought a ticket to a game, and where did you sit? I mean, where was the meet and greet? Like, I mean, where in the arena?
The upper
In the parking lot.
In one of the suites.
Okay,
And sweet. How did you get
so
that?
basically anyone who had a ticket could meet you there.
Yeah, if they had known about it, yeah.
If they had known about it.
And 50 or so people.
0.
So you didn't sell any tickets to
Have a heart
this, right?
attack.
Yeah,
Oh, money was made.
yeah.
How
So
much money did you make?
I'm not sure. I have to check.
0.
Well, what did you charge?
0.
Eric, now I want you to tell the other two what I'm about to tell you now.
There was a few different...
You're out. Through with the Monarchs.
Eric, how much were you charging for this extravaganza?
There was a few different prices.
Really?
I think it started from $20 and went up.
Wait,
Now,
so
what do
wait.
you get for $20?
I can't really remember right.
Wait a minute now.
What would be the top ticket price?
I think 40.
And what do you get for that?
I think it was all the same.
Fred, I mean, Eric.
You mean if I paid 40 or I paid 20, I
You got the same
I
thing?
got the same thing?
Oh, wait a minute. I thought Eric was paying them 20 and 40.
No, I really do want to understand this business
Well,
concept.
your seats would have been better the more you paid, obviously.
Oh, you mean they get to sit in there with you?
No. the $40 seats, I'm quite sure were the floor seats.
Oh, so you didn't get
No.
$40. The sporting event gets $40.
Yeah.
I got a...
Here's what I think happened. Eric bought up a bunch of tickets, or somebody did, who got stuck with these tickets, by the way. And if you bought a ticket, you got to meet Eric, right?
Well, you pretty much got it.
Yeah, so then Eric didn't get paid anything.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Well, it's like if I bought a bunch of tickets and then resold them, I guess, right, Eric?
They didn't care whether they met Eric or not.
He just wanted to get into a game.
How many tickets did this person get stuck with who fronted you for this ridiculous operation?
Who fronted this? Johnny?
No, it's not correct.
Well, who was it? So who did this thing with you?
It's just, I'm not sure who bought the tickets, actually. I haven't been told that.
Sounds like a crazy operation,
So how
Eric.
did you get into this? I mean, whose idea was this?
Satan's.
No, it was the
All right, so the meet and greet went well.
person that worked at the arena that contacted me through MySpace.
Let me tell you something. Let me think
Hot
about.
dog vendor.
I'll tell you what I would pay to meet Eric and see a Sacramento Monarchs game.
How much?
0.0.
Thank you. Matter of fact, you'd have to pay me $50, you fucking little midget A's fan.
I'd pay to meet Eric.
I wouldn't.
Hey, did you see our vacation, Howard? That guy flew with balloons in a chair?
And he disappeared. Do you know about this?
No, what happened?
Another guy with balloons disappeared?
Some dude. Yeah, he had a lawn chair. He tied 1 million fucking helium balloons to it. He went up, and they never found him. He died.
No, this guy came down.
No, he crashed.
No, because there was
No,
a
there's a guy
priest
who went
who
up and
did
came
it,
down
and
and
he never came back.
Same with this dude.
So this guy came down. He popped the balloons and stuff.
He shot him out with a gun.
Yeah.
And then he crashed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he died.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm telling you, I read the article.
We promised not to shoot you down.
No, I told Eric I'm going to close all the windows so he doesn't float out the window.
Well, he can't float out, and we won't shoot him down.
I said, oh, please keep this article away from Eric, because if he's ever going to fly with balloons, he's going to read
This guy
this.
got national press. You should be doing this.
No, I'm not doing it.
People might come to meet you.
Yeah.
I'd come to meet you after you flew with balloons.
You could fly around the stadium.
We could have one of those machine. We could have Artie now as a machine gun. He can
That's
machine
right,
gun.
Artie can gun you down.
Yeah, but I couldn't even hit a mountain. I doubt I'm going to hit midget.
Did you really miss the mountain?
Howard, I missed the mountain. I missed Alexander the Great's castle. But you know what was cool? I could see my bullets hitting the sand.
Yeah.
And I was like, bam, 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 bam. And then they saw these, the gunners saw these 3 barrels of shit that might be like fuel that the Taliban uses. So then they put the guns down and put the safety on, and they get out a fucking handgun, I mean a hand rifle, and they go out and they're leaning out the fucking helicopter, and they take
And there you are firing a gun.
Oh, there's me, yeah.
Video of you.
Oh, look at you.
Look at Artie. Machine gunist first class.
Howard, you know what? I forgot even that I wasn't in the States. This was so cool. Look,
Wow. How fun.
Look at you.
I
How
don't
many
want to.
rounds did you go through?
I didn't want to stop.
How
He's
much
like a
ammo
madman.
are you wasting?
How do you-
wasting.
Why did you? Yeah, really? Don't we have to pay for this ammo?
That's
Trying to
expensive.
make ends meet.
I'm hitting dangerous sand.
This is
Well,
why
you
they
might
need
have-
boxes of juice, because Artie's blowing off all the ammunition.
You know what? And then if you show Gary was way more professional. He did it for about 10 seconds and then just gave. I mean, the kids literally had to say, "All right, hang on there, Tubby."
Yeah. All right, Fatso, give me back my gun.
You know what else was funny with that one of the
There's
black.
Gary firing. Look. Look at you guys.
This is me taking video.
Look at me, Wolf. I'm not bored now. I'm firing at sand.
This is exciting.
This is fun.
See, Gary stopped already.
Yeah. He gave the big thumbs up, Gary.
Quite frankly, I think my video is way better than Gary's.
How do you
Well,
load?
you put yourself into it.
You look more like a young Rambo. How do you load that thing with ammo? That big case?
Does it have a belt?
That's the other great thing. Yeah, it's got one of those ammo belts that Rambo holds, you know, so
Yeah.
as you're firing, the fucking shells are flying up. And
So cool.
we tried to take a couple of our shells that we shot home, because the Apollo shot one, too.
Yeah.
And the Army guy said, there's no way you're going to get through customs. So we tried, and the USO guy said, listen, don't even try to hide it. Just put it in a plastic bag so they know you're not trying to do anything with it, and get all the gunpowder out of it. we went through customs in Kyrgyzstan, and you have to empty everything. Like, they do this massive search, and the guy said, no way, you can't take them.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get them over here.
Too bad.
But a woman soldier gave me her official hat. This is what they wear, you know, like one of those Norman Lear hats. And this is from an actual broad who's in the army.
It's good for you. You're at your beach house, so you won't get any sun on
Actually, well, yeah, like you wore this in Florida on the beach. Like
I wear full military gear when I go out on the beach.
His is much bigger than that.
I carry a machine gun.
You got the Norman Lear hat.
Yeah.
He's all camouflaged out.
One more thing about the black Marine kid, because he was really a funny kid and he was fucking with me the whole time. Inside the bunker, I said to him, hey, man, where are the toilets in here? And he said, you standing on it.
Hey, thank you, Eric. It sounds like you had a successful meet and greet with more people than you could count.
0.0.
Oh, my God, that's funny.
All right, Eric.
My point to defending Gary is I don't understand how you could support a website that takes pot shots.
Nobody gives a shit. Bye.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Bye.
When's your next appearance that nobody's coming to, Eric?
Whatever, Ralph. Shut the fuck up. Check out the JFSC.TV tonight.
Take care, brother.
All right, thank you. It's Eric the Midget. What is this?
That's the form you fill out to meet Eric.
Meet Eric the Actor, exclusive pregame autograph session, a meet and greet with Eric the Actor. The first 100 fans to purchase tickets will receive a special limited edition Eric the Actor T-shirt.
Oh, I have to see
I want
that.
one of those.
Watch the Monarchs face off against Western Conference rivals Los Angeles Sparks. Yeah, so I guess essentially you bought tickets and then you get to meet Eric the Actor.
You know what makes me laugh?
So one has nothing to do with the other.
You know what makes me laugh even harder at what Fred's doing is if you remember that scene in Animal House, he goes to Kent Dorfman first, and he goes, Kent Dorfman, 0.2. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. And then he goes, he tries to say Mr. Blutarski, and he says, Mr. Blue, and he looks up at him, and Belushi's in front of his desk with two pencils hanging out of his nose.
Howard, Eric's on the webcam now, and it's you only see half his face. He's like retarded. He can't even get his head on it.
Good.
Hey, I got to play you something right now because you'll love this. Dan, the song parody man, you know, he comes up with this stuff. He figured this out. He says, Eric the Midget Actor.
That'd be great if we called him Eric the Midget Actor.
Sounds exactly, he said, like in The Shining. Do you remember the little kid starts talking to his finger?
Oh, yeah.
Red Rum.
Yeah,
he's right.
So, anyway, so we pulled the clips.
He's right.
He's so right. Tell me this doesn't sound like Eric the Midget.
All right.
This is the first of 3 clips in The Shining, and that is such a scary movie. If you remember,
love that movie.
This demon actually enters this kid, and the kid starts communicating by talking to his finger, but it's this character, you know. So here, listen.
Tony, I'm scared. Remember what Mr. Halloran said. It's just like pictures in a book, Danny. It isn't real.
So everyone's saying Eric could have played the finger.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he's right. It does sound like him.
Tony, why don't you go to the hotel? I don't know. You do know. Now come on and tell me. Don't want to.
Oh.
What if the finger just said, David Archuleta sucks?
Now I'm going to be creeped out whenever I hear Eric.
Red Rock! Red Rock!
That's Eric angry.
Red Rock! Red Rock! Red Rock!
Remember, Red Rum was murder backwards.
Murder backwards.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Red Rock!
We all feel so smart.
Red Rock! You having a bad dream? Danny's not here, Mrs. Torrance. Danny can't wake up, Mrs. Torrance.
Wow.
Danny's gone away, Mrs. Torrance.
Wow.
That is right on. Good thinking there.
Dan, right on.
Yeah.
That's a Stephen King book turned into a movie with fucking Nicholson in it. That
was Stephen King the director of that?
No, he wasn't the director. He wrote it.
I think Kubrick directed.
Yes. Oh, Stanley Kubrick directed it. Yeah, that was like a major all-star team.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Right. Steve Langford isn't here, Howard.
We got to have Eric sing Red Rum.
I won't fucking do it.
Red Rum. Red
That was
Rum.
probably crazy.
Red Rum.
Red Rum. Red Rum. Red Rum.
I saw some interview with Shelley Duvall, and she said when Nicholson hits the axe through the door and puts his head, he improvised that. Here's Johnny. Like, no one knew he was going to do that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, man, that's fucking perfect.
Let's get Steve Langford real quick. Let's get Johnny Hine, Robin, all set. All right, Steve, what do you have for us?
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Eric the Romeo, a tough-talking tattooed Texan who's 7'2". Has Eric the Midget, in fact, been hiding out as the manic Marlboro Man under the moniker Romeo Blues on Stern Fan Network? 3 sources close to the ornery little guy claiming Eric's been masquerading online as Romeo Blues, a big old bad boy who just happens to spend a lot of time defending Eric the Midget and bashing his enemies.
Eric, is that true what Steve's saying, that you are on Stern Fan Network and on an alias?
Oh, it's not true. Just like all the other shit that comes out of that.
Deny.
0.0.
Eric, are you denying that you are who? Romeo who?
Romeo Blues.
Are you Romeo Blues?
That's not me.
Do you swear on the Lord Jesus Christ you are not Romeo Blues?
I swear that email address is not registered to me.
Could a kid with his affliction believe in Jesus Christ?
Fuck up, mutt.
Mutt?
You think?
Well, he's the one that has access to that info. That email address is not registered to me.
We have 3 sources on the story.
That say that Eric the Midget is Romeo Blues?
Yes.
3 sources?
3 sources.
How would they know?
People close to him. People who know.
That you say he's lying right now?
Yes.
Name 'em,
Again.
fucker.
He doesn't.
We don't name sources, buddy.
Name 'em. Shit.
0.
Could you say Red Rum?
I will beat your ass.
Name them now, or what did you say?
I will beat his Canadian ass.
There's Canadian ass.
Ex-Canadian.
He does sound like that. You know,
Did
Eric.
you say Red Rum?
Could you say Red Rum?
No, I'm not doing that fucking movie. You want to know why I'm not doing that fucking movie? Clear and simple. I came to you in December with 2 ideas. You shot them down, saying that they were unoriginal and plagiarized. And what would this movie be? Unoriginal.
All right. Fair enough.
You can't say, what is it, Mrs.
Wait, can you say, where's that?
What's the tape?
Where are those tapes? Hold on. What page are those tapes on? Guys? I got them. Never mind. Here, can you say this? Listen.
20, why don't you want to go to the hotel? I don't know. You do know. Now come on, tell me. Don't want to.
Man, creepy.
Red Rock! 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 Jenny, what's the matter, honey? Red Rock! You having a bad dream? Jenny's not here, Mrs. Torrance.
It does sound like you. You got to admit, right?
Say Danny's not here.
Could you say Danny's not here, Mrs. Torrance?
No.
Please?
No.
Come on, one line.
Dan the Song Parody Man put in he made like a movie if Eric was in The Shining. Where is that, guys? You got to hear this, Eric.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds, Howard.
Yeah, where is that? Good thing I remember this stuff. It's really good. Hey, do you have any story on the fact that Eric the Midget was 2 hours late to his meet and greet because he was at a strip club? Did you hear anything like that?
You did
Yeah,
that
we did the story yesterday.
You did that?
And in recent days,
okay. What happened there, Eric?
It was 1 hour. It was not 2.
Oh, so you were late.
No.
All right.
And where were you before that appearance?
None of your fucking business.
Well, as we reported and as we've confirmed, you were at a strip club, missing your own appearance.
Nothing wrong with it. You're a man.
Yeah, but he shouldn't do that to his fans. Yeah. That's not right. That's
he
arrogant.
was scheduled to be at a meeting.
How would you
You
feel?
shouldn't be working for Howard. Get the fuck back to Canada.
Eric, though, is that the fair thing to do to your fans? Imagine if you were waiting online for Diana DeGarmo.
And she was at a strip club.
And she was at a strip club for an hour while you're sitting there waiting. That's not right. You got to admit that.
I don't have to admit anything.
So according to you, Eric's code name is Romeo Blues on Stern Fan Network.
It has been. Yes.
And what does he do under that name?
He talks tough, and he says he's from Texas, and he's 7 feet 2 inches tall, and
I didn't know you could do a Texas accent.
I can.
Let's hear it.
But that's not me. That's Romeo Blues. So that's...
And how do you? And these people say they've seen Eric typing under the name Romeo Blues.
I don't have that.
Right.
But I've got 3 people very close to this.
When
who
you say
confirm
close, in other words...
Well, I mean, I can go farther, but I don't want to reveal who it is.
So, Eric, he kind of been busted.
Romeo Blues.
Romeo Blues. We're going to call him Romeo Blues.
Not until I hear the sources or I say that I've been busted.
Can't do that.
But you know you are Romeo Blues. You're admitting it.
Right.
No, I'm
yes,
not.
you are.
Shouldn't
You
matter.
just said until you hear the sources, you won't admit.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter who the sources are. It's either true or not true. If you're making a condition on it, that means it's true.
It's not.
It is too.
No, it's not.
Come on, Romeo Blues, fess up.
No.
Come on, you're being a little asshole.
Right.
It's so great how you find out these things, that he's Romeo Blues.
Well, I mean, look, the fact is we have motivated fans who help us a lot.
Right.
All Steve does is answer phones.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding. I've seen you work, Steve. Come on.
All right, here's Eric in if he was to do the movie The Shining. You ready?
Right.
Here we go.
Red Rum! Red Rum!
Daddy, what's the matter, honey?
Red Rum!
You having a bad dream?
Fuck you.
Daddy?
I'm trying to fuck a chicken.
Wake up.
Push your cock in my asshole.
You just had a bad dream.
Shut the fuck up.
Everything's okay.
I suck cock better than anyone.
Come on. Right now.
No.
Wake up.
No, you arrogant piece of shit. Keep the fuck out of my life.
Wake up.
Bye for now, big-nosed bastard.
There he is. If he was to be in The Shining.
Unfortunately, we can't get him to recreate it here.
No. Eric, you want to talk to Ralph? Ralph, you there?
No, this is Romeo Blues.
Oh, hello, Romeo Blues.
I'm from Texas.
So you're not Eric?
7 feet tall.
You know, you are one idiotic, rude asshole. I heard the way you talked to that guy that won the lottery. Who the fuck are you to talk to him like that? Get a brain, you piece of shit.
You won the loser lottery.
Oh, yeah, come on. That's not nice.
Come on, say it once, Eric, and then I'll never bother you again. I won't call in ever again when you're on if you just go, Red Rum.
No, not until that piece of shit from Canada gives his sources.
I'll tell you what.
I'm the source, Eric.
If
now,
you
say Red Rum.
Hold it. The real Romeo Blues is on the phone right now. Hold it. Here he is. Romeo Blues, is that you?
Hey, what's going on, partner? This is Romeo Blues.
So Eric is not Romeo Blues?
No, me and Eric are buddies. He's telling the truth.
Oh, okay.
I'm 7 foot tall, like he said. Eric helps me out. He washes my balls while I'm standing up. We go golfing golf, and I use him as a golf ball when we go golfing. We're good buddies.
All right, there you go, Eric. I guess you're proven right.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, it's your buddy Romeo, Eric. How you doing? I'm down here in Texas.
I think Eric is Romeo Blues.
Me too.
I know it.
I'm not.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, just admit it. Cares.
No.
Hey, Fred, what do you think?
Will you swear on your mother's life that you're not Romeo Blues?
I've gone down that road before. That's not going to happen again.
What are you
What does that
saying?
mean?
Swear on your mother's life you're not Romeo Blues. You'll have no problem doing that if you're not Romeo Blues.
The account was started back in May. I hadn't gone to the stupid website till this past month. How's that possible?
Have you ever posted on the Stern Fan Network under an alias? Yes or no?
I have a perfectly good name that won't kill yet. So, why would I have to go to an alias?
How do you know when Romeo Blues' account was started?
Because he sent me the post that I have to remade them.
Why would he do that?
To show me that he did it.
Have you ever posted under an alias on Stern Fan Network?
No.
On the life of your mother, you swear?
I swear.
Do you swear on the life of your mother?
I'm not swearing on
okay. All right.
You lying little fuck.
I'm not lying, though.
What is it, Gary?
First of all, you should know we're looking up all of Romeo Blues' posts, and they're all wildly supportive of Eric, you should know. And I'm going to give you one right here. Tell me that this isn't written exactly the way Eric speaks.
Let me see. Are you that fucking retard that you believe anything that is fucking said about someone, asshole? Drop dead, you pile of shit.
Oh, my God.
How many times a day do you say drop dead, you pile of shit, Eric?
He says it to me 3 times a day.
Yeah.
I emailed. What we did was he sent me the posts that were done by the other people. I'd email him my response back to those people. He'd post them.
Oh, so you gave your notes on it?
All right. I got to move along, but thank you, Eric. I do have to go.
Hey, Fred, what do you think the chances are he's not Romeo Blues?
0.0.
I fucking love that.
How many people do you think showed up to Eric's appearance?
0.0.
Well, Eric, I don't know if you're Romeo Blues or not. If you're telling me you're not, then I guess I'll have to believe you.
You tiny pile of shit.
Yeah, nothing tiny on you except for your brain and.
Great. You know what? I just helped the troops. That's nice to say.
All right, Eric. Listen, I don't know if you're Romeo Blues or not, but Steve Langford says you are.
I believe Langford. When in doubt, believe Langford.
Right.
Oh yeah, right.
All right. Thanks, Eric. Bye for now.
He's an unreliable piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
Terrible. Really getting ugly.
Oh, you have your enemies out there.
The fact is, whenever we nail a story, and we do it all the time, we're unreliable.
Eric the Midget, you're on the air in Sacramento, California.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was calling in because the fact that I'm sick and tired of hearing story after story after story about me done on the news by Langford.
Red Rock!
Stop listening.
Well, I don't even have to listen, you stupid cackling bitch. See,
Wow. Well, Eric, I would think you'd be complimented that Steve Langford takes an interest in you.
He's an asswipe. He can't get anything straight.
Well, it sounded yesterday like he
He
did.
himself's not even straight.
Ah, come on. He uncovered something so funny. Eric's been going on Stern Fan Network posing as someone named Romeo Blues.
Right, or something like that.
And You know, that's funny. And while you can't see the humor in it, that's wild.
And the other thing was that he had a personal appearance where he got 0.0 people to show up.
0.0.
Red Rock!
There would have been, I talked to the guy that works at Arco today. There would have been more people that would have been there. The only thing is they made the mistake and ordered the tickets the wrong way.
0.0.
Carter, you're on the air with Eric. Yes, Carter. Carter's not there. All I know is Romeo Blue. I was thinking about it last night, that Eric came up with this pseudonym Romeo Blues. That is the funniest name ever.
You know,
isn't that what Lenny Kravitz used to call himself?
record songs under that name, I think. Way back.
Right.
That was his original name, yeah.
That's kind of brilliant. Eric, is that where you got the name from?
I borrowed the name from a friend in the JFSC that was not my name.
All right, but technically it was you posting. I'm saying that is hysterical. Eric posted under the name Romeo Blues.
And why? What was the purpose of posting under another name?
So that someone would defend Eric. The Romeo Blues was Eric's biggest defender. But it turned out Eric's biggest defender was Eric. Man. Eric didn't want to go on and, first of all, let anyone know he's on Stern Fan Network.
Because he's angry at them or
something. He's on a rival network. Well, he's on JFSC, which he's trying to start up with Johnny Fratto. So if he went on Stern Fan Network, that would admit that he reads it.
And that he likes it.
Right. So he went on, and Romeo Blues was like, Eric's a great guy, fuck you piece of shit. You know, it sounded just like Eric defending himself. And sure enough, Steve Langford did some investigative reporting and found out that Eric the Midget is indeed Romeo Blues.
So where's the mess up? It sounds like he figured it out.
And also Steve uncovered the fact that Eric was late for his own appearance and 0.0 people showed up.
0.0.
Yeah, I like how he has 3 sources to the other story.
Well, he was right.
No, I found out it's one big fat-ass horse, the head of SFN.
Mutt?
Well, Mutt's big enough for 3 people.
Hey, you took my joke.
Steve has claims he had 3 sources, not only just Mutt, but whatever.
And Eric doesn't know who Steve talked to.
Right. All right, Eric. Well, I understand you don't like Steve Langford. I did receive some email about Eric the Midget, and people were upset that he comes off very anti-Canadian.
Oh, really?
Eric the Midget.
Because of the attacks at Steve.
Steve is a Canadian, and it says this. I used to be a fan of Eric the Midget. So, Eric, you turned off one of your fans. But lately, whenever Steve Langford gets involved in the conversation, it seems Eric became this kind of anti-Canadian bigot. Has Eric got something against Canadians? Do you, Eric?
No, just that jackass. And I'd have something against what, I'd say, if he came from Afghanistan, I'd say go back to Afghanistan or whatever.
All right, Eric saying he has no anti-Canadian bias.
It's Steve, not the country.
He treats people as individuals.
Yeah. When he's attacking Steve, though, he uses Canada as a battering ram.
Right. Unfortunately, Canada gets bashed in the process.
Would you like to apologize to Canada?
Sorry, Canada has such a pathetic idiot.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Eric, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
We have to point out that America has quite a few pathetic idiots, though, too.
Yeah, you're one of them.
Wow, you're on fire today, aren't you?
Attack. Say Red Rum.
Red Rum.
Red Rum.
What, Eric, tell us about your day. What are you going to not be able to reach today?
Everything.
Let's go over to Mutt. I see Mutt from Superfan Roundtable wants to tell us what's happening tonight. Go ahead, Mutt.
Good morning. We're going to talk about the Bowie contest, how people are liking the finalists, and if any of them are, like, instant classics.
Hey, by the way, are you the source on the Eric the Midget Romeo Blues story?
No, but I was contacted by the news about it, and I can confirm that Eric did post with the Romeo Blues account.
But
he didn't start it. there really is some guy in Texas that started it, but he's definitely posted using it.
And but you are not the source, because Eric seems to think you're the source. Right, Eric? You think Mudd is the source?
I'm always the source.
Eric, I swear to you, I'm not. Langford called me about it. Somebody tipped him off. He asked me to look into it, and I confirmed that, yeah, you did post with that account.
Red Rob!
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, Eric, you've been busted. You even lied on the air and said you didn't post under the name Romeo Blues.
Mutt could kiss my ass and so could his full fucking website.
Hey, we love you, buddy.
My account, please. I've asked you to do that.
Well, why do you keep posting with it if you want it closed? You can't just walk away?
Because walking away is for cowards.
What? You don't like his website. Then why are you posting on it?
You love his website.
I didn't do it for 147 days. I didn't go on that site.
Yes, and you couldn't help yourself. You had to go back.
I love that you know exactly how many days it's been.
It's like rehab for him.
Eric, admit...
I looked at my regular profile, and it said I hadn't posted anything for that long.
Eric, admit that you love the Stern Fan Network, because you're on there, and
you're always reading it, even if you're not posting.
I don't love that website for anything.
You do.
Then why are you on it?
To get fuel to get pissed off.
What do you need to get pissed off for?
Get fuel.
Did you know that Stern Fan Network is fuel? What?
That's where I get my happy fuel. I didn't know you could get pissed off.
Eric, clear that up for me. What do you mean you get fuel to get pissed off?
Well, all I have to do is look at the fuckers that post there what they post about me, and it pisses me off.
And why do you want to be pissed off?
So I could get on air, because I've been told that's the way you like me to go on air is when I'm pissed off.
Why don't you just say this? So you enjoy going on it. For whatever reason, you enjoy it.
You like mixing it up.
I don't like going on that website.
Well, what can I do to make it better for you?
Get rid of the fuckers that I made mention of in that post. That would be a start.
I find it hysterical that you go on there under the name Romeo Blues and pretend to love Eric the Midget and defend him. It's beautifully sad.
Not sad at all.
The one guy defending Eric the Midget is you.
Eric, yeah.
There's quite a few other people on there defending me.
Then why did you feel the need to do it?
And why does he... Oh, all right. Anyway, Eric, you lied to me. You do go on there as Romeo Blues.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Mutt just confirmed it. Thank you, Mutt.
I'm sorry that... I don't know what to say, but, yeah, he definitely did molt as Romeo Blues. But I wasn't even going to talk about that.
You're not going to talk about that on Superfan Roundtable?
Well, I guess I will now.
Yeah.
And, oh, yeah, by the way, to say something, hey, Jimmy, sorry to hear about your relationship breakup with Sarah.
All right. Thank you. I'm sure he appreciates it.
Call them right now, because I know they're waiting.
Red Rob!
All right. Thank you. Joey Boots is on the air. How dare you? Yes, Joey.
Is he blowing?
Hi.
Howard, do you remember like some months ago, Hyperjeric saved some guy's life by alerting the cops that he was in his apartment, that he OD'd on some drugs?
No, I don't. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, well, Howard 100 News ran some stories on it, and Eric was crying, I saved his life. You know, because the guy tried to commit suicide. So Eric...
Well, I don't know anything about that. I mean, we don't know anything about that.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, Joey, we don't...
We ran a news story on it. So this is the guy that... And then while the guy's in the hospital, Eric had access to his apartment.
Oh.
And the guy left his PIN number sitting around with his Discover card. So Eric decided to help himself over the course of a month, taking cash advances. And that's how...
I hope that's not true.
And that's what he did.
Yeah, oh, Jesus.
He's on the net writing about it.
He's on the net writing about it?
My memoirs.
But, you know, he works for a law firm now.
We know.
Well, that's good.
He
He's
was
going to need it.
outside the other day when I left the station with his dog, Sadie.
Sadie! Sadie! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Yeah.
Committing identity theft.
He was coming here a couple of days because I owed him $200.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Wow, I don't know if I want him in my apartment for the craptacular now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Wow.
You mean they were going to have it at your place?
Yeah, they were going to have it here, but I don't know if I want him in here.
Do you think Eric's retarded?
How could he be retarded? And do you think Gary the retard is doing identity theft?
No, but I mean, like, there's levels of retardation. I mean, Gary the retard's severe. I'm talking about...
Appreciates the consequences.
Hello. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the idea.
You think he doesn't appreciate the consequences?
Yeah, I don't think
He's
Eric...
too stupid to know.
Yeah, I don't think Eric understands how much shit he's going to be in.
He definitely knows how to rip people off. He's done it over and over, and he's going to do it again.
Wow. Well, all right. Well, I know he's had trouble in the past with a lot of people who've called in.
But that's kind of fucked up. This guy's like a good friend of his, and the guy let him use his apartment because he knew Eric was in between apartments.
Oh, that's
awful. But don't his friends know that he likes to steal?
Nobody ever thinks that he's going to steal from them, you know?
Yeah.
Eric is a piece of shit.
Wow. You were friends with him, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm totally, like, want to distance myself from him now after what he did.
Eric the Midget wants to say something about this, Joey. Hold on. Eric, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, Eric.
Speak.
Yeah, Eric, I say good morning, and then you don't say anything.
Go ahead and say whatever you want to say.
Say something, dickhead.
Come on, midget.
Hey, fat ass.
Which one?
Well, the one that's in the studio.
Oh, Joey.
Artie. No.
Eric, go ahead.
I was calling in because now everybody should be retracting their statements and say, oh, High Pitch is a better person than Eric, the actor.
Who said
Well,
that?
that might still be up for dispute.
I didn't even know there was a debate about who was a better person. You mean there's a debate somewhere where they're debating who's better, High Pitch Eric or Eric the Midget?
Who's a better person?
There are some people that I've seen that have said that.
I've
Well,
never...
you tried ripping off a friend. You tried ripping off Johnny.
Oh, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I mean, Eric was negotiating his fees.
Yeah, negotiating. Trying to rip him off with a padded bill.
Money owed.
Yeah, how come you didn't get it then if it was owed? You and your padded bill.
Oh, he got it. Out of 8,000, he got, what, $40 he sent you?
No, 300.
Yeah, good negotiating there.
That's great. Who's the worst person debate? We should have that debate on the air.
Put it up as a poll on Howard 100 News.
Joey, who do you... Well, if High Pitch's stuff is true, then he's the worst person.
Definitely High Pitch is worse, but it's still a good debate.
And Eric?
Then Eric, yeah.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Hold on.
Well, here's the debate.
Didn't he try to bamboozle, Johnny Fratto out of $8,000, which would have been triple.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what we just said.
Sorry.
Yeah, but he's just bringing in the fact that it was 8,000. He was trying to get
8,000.
as opposed to Eric's 3,000.
3,000 is piddling. 8,000 is major.
Yeah, but
like triple grand large.
But at least he asked for it. I mean, Eric's...
No,
I want to defend Eric as being the biggest dirtbag.
He was trying to slide it under the door, and if Johnny wasn't paying attention, he would have swindled him out of the money.
With a padded bill.
And High Pitch did prevent a suicide.
Right.
I mean, whatever you want to say about him.
He provided a service. Okay, he showed a lapse in judgment. However, this is a clear...
Eric weighing in.
Eric, wait a second, Joey. Eric, what is it?
He brought that suicide on. If he hadn't have done what he did, there wouldn't have been any reason.
How many suicides are you probably responsible for, Eric?
Yeah, Eric, how many suicides are you responsible for?
Mine, any minute. Hey, Eric, did you happen to catch the Yankees-A's series?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, what happened there, buddy? You're wearing that A's hat today. You look like a stupid idiot. We swept your ass. What do you have to say about that?
You look like a stupid fat idiot.
So you got to go right to that.
And you're still a midget in a wheelchair.
Oh, well.
With crab claws.
Oh, my.
Oh, for God's sake.
Getting dirty.
All right, Joey, thank you. And
Hey, Howard, what are your thoughts on doing the Craptacular now that Eric's, with all these...
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, can Eric do it in jail?
Yeah, we'll have to do it at Sing Sing.
I say the Craptacular goes on. I still want to know who has more duty in them, you or High Pitch.
Or if Eric's a better person, maybe he would fill in for High Pitch.
Oh, forget that.
We're going to need a security
Since he's a better person.
to make sure he doesn't steal anything, though.
Oh, that makes for an entirely new contest. Can one of them shit out Eric's weight?
All right, Eric, thank you. Joey, thank you.
That would be so fun if we could get one of those big scales and put Eric on one side and the crap on the other.
Oh, what a gross event.
Shit your weight in Eric.
Hey, Eric, do you take full-size duties, or do you have, like, rabbit pellets?
No, full size.
Good.
What's full size to you? Full size to him is a rabbit pellet.
Would you mind photographing your next bowel movement so we can see it?
No, I would not.
Would you measure it at least?
No.
Do it in a box and send it to us.
Would you weigh it?
No, I will not.
All right. And by the way, I was kidding when I said send it to us. Don't. I don't want that. Hi, here is a guy named Steve Langford from the Howard 100 News Department. He is going to tell us everything that is going on.
I've heard something about him.
Here he is.
Was it this?
That's it.
He's going to tell us everything that is going on in the world of the Howard Stern Show. Go ahead, Steve.
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Another day, another whackpacker. Up to no good. Captain Jenks failing to show for a public appearance that paid him $300. A Pottstown, PA bar getting stiffed, then contacting Howard 100 News. Captain Jenks admitting he effed up, saying he will pay the money back.
Well, there you go.
Howard 100 News also investigating another possible case in which Jenks may have done the same thing to another bar.
Oh, my goodness.
Not Jenks. Not our Jenks.
Well, he's going to give the money back, right?
He says he will.
All right.
Meantime, a mysterious prankster is setting up a new website called eric-the-midget.com, which automatically takes you to the official website of the North American Man-Boy Love Association.
Whoa. Hey, Eric, did you hear that?
That's funny.
Eric.
Yes.
You're associated with that?
He's not. Some guy's trying to link him to it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, give me a break, Robin. You are so stupid.
Although, if I was in the Man-Boy Love, let's say I had this affliction where I was, so disturbed that I loved young boys, I would have an affair with Eric because Eric looks like a young boy.
Yeah.
And he's of age. So he would actually be perfect.
But with that voice, could it really, he'd have to change his voice.
Can you sound like a little boy, Eric?
I don't know if I can or not.
I'll give you an acting assignment. Pretend you're 7. Let me hear what that would sound like.
I'm not going to do that.
Perfect.
Well, then I would not even have him talk.
Yeah, gag him or something.
Gag him and then have my way with him.
You're a real shithead, Eric. Come on, play along.
Yeah, after I spent about 2.5 hours waiting for you guys to pick up,
you'd never have to wait.
You expect what?
You expect me to do something that you want me to do. Right.
But you never have to wait, Eric.
We want you not to call in. You do that every fucking day.
I spent less time in the dentist chair last week, and it was less painful.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, anyway,
then why do you listen every second to every show?
And why do you hang on the phone? Hang up.
Because I had an assignment.
An assignment?
What, to act like a jerk-off?
Johnny wanted me to call in to tell you guys that next week he is doing a calendar shoot for the Beverly Hills Angels, and he's having a casting call for it. And I am.
Yeah, but why is that interesting to my audience?
Then shut up and do your job, which is to wait.
And the only reason you call is for that. Give me a break. You're here every day listening.
And you're calling for a plug that's going to bore the shit out of the audience.
Yeah, it's a horrible plug.
I'm going to be down there to help him pick some of the girls.
You're going to be down there?
To pick out the girls?
Yes.
All right.
You have an eye for talent?
I have an eye for good-looking females.
Man, do you suck.
All right. Well, okay. You've got the word out. And when will this be?
Next week.
All right.
How many people do you think will show up, Fred?
Ooh, that's a good question.
0.0.
Red Ron!
I highly doubt that's going to be the number because Johnny told me what the number has been already of responses, and it's a lot higher.
0.0.
So girls show up and then they get to be in Johnny's calendar.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, if Eric picks them, because, you know, he's very good at picking out good-looking women.
And the girls get paid, or it's a free job?
I'm pretty sure it's a paid. I mean,
all right.
I didn't get told if there was or not.
Right.
So you don't know for sure?
No.
I think if it's a paid job, you'd see a much higher caliber woman show up to be in the calendar.
Well, maybe there's some girls out there who just want their picture taken.
I don't know. Like, I seen that G. Gordon Liddy calendar.
Oh, boy. With the girls and the guns?
Like, those are girls in his audience who want to do it for free. And I don't know.
Yeah, you got to have quality chicks, man.
Looks like you got a bunch of housewives.
Quite frankly,
they got tits like cucumbers.
The Borgata for my man cave sent me girls of the Borgata, like cocktail waitresses. Holy shit.
Those were paying jobs.
They are all tens. And not one of them looks at me.
I can't remember the number he told me was he's gotten either 1,200 responses or 12,000 responses.
Oh, wow.
No, I think it's more like, what is it, friend?
0.0.
All right. Thank you, Eric, and good luck, and let us know how it goes. Thank you.
Also on the JFSC tonight.
Bye.
Celebrity.
See you later, Eric.
American Got Talent.
What?
What did he say?
America's Got Talent, Family Feud, the Celebrity Edition, and ECW.
All right, thank you.
Red Ron!
I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't either. All right, anything else, Steve?
On that note, a whack pack face-off in the latest Howard 100 News poll. Stern fans asked, who's the best person, Eric the Midget or High Pitch Eric? Eric the Midget getting a lame 19% of the vote, High Pitch Eric getting a measly 11%, an overwhelming 69% saying both Erics creep them out equally.
All right, that's an interesting poll. Some of these reporters, when they're wrong, they won't admit it.
Right.
They just say, fuck you, you know?
Steve Langford.
Really? Not Steve.
Well, according to Eric the Midget.
No, Steve is a guy that, even if, maybe not wrong, but there's like a little discrepancy that he clearly should have, been aware of. He wanted to,
Eric the Midget agrees with you. He says Steve Langford does not tell the truth. What do you mean, Eric?
Well, the fact of the story he reported yesterday when he came in there to give the rundown of what was on the news.
Yeah.
He said that Johnny was doing the photo shoot next week. He's not even past the point of casting call yet. He can't be doing the photo shoot when he hasn't even picked the 12 girls to shoot.
I see. Well, there you go. There's an example.
Steve
was wrong. By the way, we here at the JFSC like Miss Black Howard Stern.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, she...
But that's the point. The guy said, how can white people pick a Miss Black Howard?
Very easily. Why not?
Well, he was saying he would like, some black representation in the voting.
Robin, shut the fuck up for
Oh, let me finish his sentence, you little nutcase.
Red Ron!
As I was saying, we do have a few members of the room that are African American.
Very good.
Good, Eric. Well, that's been fascinating. I'm going to move on. Thanks, Eric.
Have a nice day.
Right.
Bye.
Red Ron!
There's Eric correcting Steve Langford. Oh, Eric the Midget wants to say something to you. I said he could. Go ahead, Eric.
Good morning.
Morning.
Langford, what is your problem? You trying to screw the story up with...
Well, it's very funny that you just called because we have a story about you. And in the latest edition of Eric the Midget's Misstatements, the vertically challenged and truth challenged little guy coming up short again, trying to pretend. Our headline yesterday about an upcoming photo shoot in L.A. was incorrect. Eric the Midget's accuracy rate now perilously close to 0.0.
What do you mean?
Well, in other words, he was on the show earlier today claiming, pretending, lying that our story yesterday was incorrect. Wrong again.
It is incorrect, you fucking
Dead
moron.
wrong. Dead wrong. So just because you make up this stuff all the time, you need to be exposed.
Enough shit, you jackass.
Again.
Came straight from Johnny, you stupid fuck.
Well, apparently your English is not very good.
No need to curse.
You fucking moron. I got that straight from Johnny. It's still casting call time.
Upcoming photo shoot. Upcoming photo shoot.
No, it's not.
No, it's not?
Who would even care?
Yeah, I mean...
Really?
You're carrying on just because he said upcoming photo shoot?
Oh, Robin, I don't want any of Johnny's people that are females that want to do this thinking that the girls have already been picked, that there's no shot of any chance that they'll be in the calendar.
Oh, boy.
Well, I don't think that's a problem.
Are you wearing a muscle shirt, Eric?
No, I'm not.
A muscle shirt?
Yeah, like he's got like a...
That would be a muscle-less
he looks
shirt.
He looks kind of jacked up today, like he worked out or something. He's got like those big shoulders.
Doing steroids?
Yeah. And he's got a new haircut, like where it's
well, he's not wearing a hat.
But his hair is parted on the side, and it's obviously dyed black.
Yeah, he must have just gotten a new dye job.
Black.
Did you dye your hair?
In a couple of weeks, but it's not black.
Yeah, okay. He dyed his hair like really...
Well, he was wearing the cap because he couldn't get to the beauty parlor or something.
Right.
I don't go to a beauty parlor, you stupid bitch.
Where do you go?
He does it himself.
He goes to the bathroom.
Pretty obvious.
I don't do it myself, either.
Who does it?
My mom does it when she's around.
No.
But it's not to the
If Eric was my son, I would love him.
I would, too.
It's not to the photo shoot process.
If you were my son, I would dye your hair.
For him.
You break my heart. You know you break my heart?
He would even put highlights in it.
I'd highlight your hair. You know you break my heart, Eric?
Okay.
He wants to hug you.
I want to hug you. I want you to come in here and I'm going to hug you.
He wants to put you on his lap and
hug you. And burp you.
And cradle you like a baby.
You do. You break my heart.
You might
catch that moron.
Might catch his rash.
No, I don't think that's contagious.
You think I could catch that?
Yeah.
I'd make you the king on my chessboard.
But, you know, Howard, I'm sure with your adult children, you would like to hold them and cradle them like you could as a baby.
I would.
And you could do that with Eric.
They don't let me. I said, come here and sit on Daddy's lap.
Let me give you a hug and a kiss.
No, really, seriously, you're right. I would love to.
Yes,
I love
most people with adult children, they wish they could do that.
The kids don't like it, though.
Would you dress them up special?
Who, Eric?
Like a little
he just breaks my heart.
Cowboy outfit?
Look, you know why he breaks my heart? Because here's a guy with multiple afflictions. Right. And look at him. He loves his camera. He's on the internet.
He's on cam.
He's all fired up about Johnny Fratto's calendar shoot and making sure that there's accuracy. I mean, look at him. He loves life.
He fights about everything. He's such a loyalist.
You love life, don't you?
Yes, I do.
He does. And I like the idea that your mom comes over and she washes that head and dyes that hair. She cares, too.
She does?
She knows it's important to him. It's crazy.
But she needs to pluck those eyebrows.
Guy's 2 feet tall, and she fucking sits there and she does that.
Look at how big his eyebrows are. I think they got beefy or bushier since he cut them.
Andy Rooney thinks those are too big. I love you. I love you. I'm going to say it right now. I don't care what the audience says.
He's going to hold you and pluck your eyebrows.
I'm going to pluck your eyebrows. I do. I love you, Eric.
Well, if you do, fire Langford.
Oh, that's not nice. That is vindictive.
You know what?
Strings attached.
You don't have to be ugly. You're a butterfly. Fly.
Yeah. But I'm not too crazy about you.
Yeah, Artie has no feeling for you. For me, I love you.
Well, I don't have any feeling for that fat ass either.
Ooh.
All right. Well, all right. Steve says
you're lucky I'm a sleeper.
Steve says his story is accurate and he stands by it. Sorry, Art.
It's not accurate.
Bye, take care.
Know. Langford's had a pretty good track record recently.
Always. I'm picturing that mother will dye in that hair.
Now, are we speaking to Eric or Romeo Blue?
Are you still Romeo Blues? Or have you stopped that shenanigan?
Never was.
Eric, who's the liar now? I got to call you out on that. You did post under the name Romeo Blues.
And what about that $8,000 bill to Johnny Fratto for services unrendered?
Now, you were Romeo Blues. You can be honest about that. You don't have to lie.
As long as that idiot is honest that he has the wrong story.
What? No, he has the right story. There's a calendar. All right. I got to go, Eric.
I just want him to say that he's not correct because he's not.
Listen, you can't retract a story that's true. The fact is, you got busted several times by us, and it hurts.
I'm not. There's nothing to bust on me this time.
So the fact is,
you are wrong.
When you do get busted, you want to fight back, and you pretend that stories aren't true. They're true.
Not this one.
Oh, yeah.
That is true. Every time so far,
Yeah,
Steve's been proven right.
Steve's been pretty good on this.
He's got an incredible track record when it comes to you.
He may have messed up some other stories, but...
Name one.
I think there have been a couple of things where there's a fact.
I can't name one.
There was where you came in one day and you made a claim that something happened on a particular day or something like that, which didn't happen. So, anyway.
What? No, that was the day that Howard was wrong.
I was wrong.
There was another thing before.
All right, listen, I got to get out of this. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, guys. Bye.
Hey, even my co-host for the Idol show is saying that they are still taking applications. It's still in
who said otherwise?
Casting process.
Nobody said otherwise. Have fun.
I don't want Johnny to be getting any cancellations because the girls are believing your dumbass.
Johnny gave us the story.
The girls have not fucking been picked.
Big deal.
He's still trying to narrow it down.
Who cares?
He's still accepting applications. Shut the fuck up.
All right. Thank you, Eric. I'm glad you straightened that out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What else? Let me say good morning to your favorite, Eric the Midget.
Oh.
He's on the phone, and I couldn't even get to him yesterday. I'm sure he's upset about it.
Yeah.
Eric, hello, and what can I do for you?
Well, I had a couple questions about the merger.
I'll answer what I can, but I really don't know much. Go ahead.
Well, I was just calling because I want to know if now that the deal is completely done, are we going to have to listen to you talk about it as much as you had in the past?
I actually don't think I talked about it a lot, Eric. I kind of didn't think people were that...
A lot of people complain in the JFSC room.
Oh. Well, I don't know. What can I tell you? I don't read the JFSC room. You do. But I'll tell you this. This is what I know about the merger. There's already a midget at the XM channels.
Really?
So one of them has to go, either Eric or their midget.
We're having to only accept one midget?
Yeah, because you can't have two classic rock stations. And I mean, that's just not cost efficient, I would imagine. I mean, I'm guessing at how they program this thing. And now there's Eric the midget here at Sirius. And then I think there's Ivan the midget over at XM.
Oh.
And we're thinking of just using Ivan as opposed to Eric.
Well, have we listened to Ivan? Do we have tapes?
He's great. He stutters, yes.
Oh, a stuttering midget?
That's right. And he flies with balloons.
Oh.
Oh, well, that settles it. That's the breaker right there.
No. I don't know. Do you have anything to offer her?
I don't know.
Well, there's competition now, you see. They said there was not going to be competition. There is competition. It's either Ivan or Eric.
Now, is Ivan taller than Eric or shorter than Eric?
Oh, no, shorter.
Ooh. Now, is he in a wheelchair or is he running around?
And he's a professional comedian.
He's a professional comedian?
And he does song parodies.
Man, oh, forget it.
And people love him.
Eric, it was nice knowing you.
And he hates American Idol. And he doesn't wax his eyebrows.
Is he grateful?
He's grateful, and his best friend is Jaime Gotti, who used to be in the Gotti family. His father was the
His father was John Gotti?
John Gotti.
I don't wax my eyebrows either.
Oh. Well, you should.
Yeah, you should wax your eyebrows.
Nah, he looks good. So, Eric, we'll have to figure out which midget to use.
And the other thing I wanted to know was if...
Just barrel right through, Eric.
Yes, Eric?
We'll have a midget off.
If Mel was to come to you now and say that either your contract has to be cut back some or you have to cut some of your staff, I figure it will be the staff who would go first.
Well, first, always, we throw Fred right out the door.
Absolutely.
Right, Fred?
Absolutely.
No,
I expected that.
No, none of my staff, Eric, would go because I would go before the staff.
Okay.
I wouldn't cut anybody's budget. I would just say, well, that's not our deal, and you've broken the deal, and I'll see you in court. So I don't think that would happen. And I'll tell you one thing about Mel, which you don't know, Eric. He's not a deal breaker. He's a guy who honors contracts. Very honorable guy. He never pulled shenanigans with anyone that I know of. I don't mean just me. If he makes a deal, he sticks by it.
Right.
He's not a scumbag.
Like some people we know.
Well, there's tons of scumbags in this business. There really are. And there are management people who just literally make contracts and then figure out, well, how do I get out without paying? You know, and they come up with all kinds of shenanigans and all kinds of fucking, you know, lawsuits and all bullshit. And, you know, Mel's not that kind of guy. Makes a deal, he's a man of his word. I mean, every single deal that I've seen him make, not just with me, he has lived up to. He's a rare, he lives in rarefied air among the scumbags I've dealt with.
Right.
I find him to be very honorable.
I was just hoping that this would lead to both Shuey and Langford leaving.
I see. If Mel cuts back, what about Shuley and Langford? Well,
that would save $14,000 a year. But
well, you got to begin cutting somewhere.
What could we do with that?
Right. Yeah, and then, well, if you want to get it up to $20 a year, you could cut JD as well for all three. So that's a lot of money.
You think we spent $20 on those three people
together?
I didn't realize it was that much.
That's without JD's bonus.
All right, Eric. Does that answer everything?
Yeah.
Thank you.
He doesn't even seem to care about the answers.
He likes to get at his questions.
I think he's the mouthpiece for the JFSC, and those were burning questions on the board, apparently.
You know what, Eric? Whatever I talk about, whether it be the merger or politics or sex, or there's a contingent of people out there who feel I shouldn't speak about whatever I'm speaking about. They don't appear to like the show.
Eric certainly does. He listens probably to the replay as well as live almost every second of the show, and he doesn't like it.
The only time I listen is when I'm on hold.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
But you're on hold 4 hours a day. Yesterday, I noticed you were on hold for the entire show, almost 5 hours. The show went till 11 o'clock.
Right.
And you called in the 6 o'clock hour, and I saw you on hold.
Right.
And I experimented yesterday. I sat there and said, I wonder how long Eric would hold on. And through the whole show, I noticed in the 7 o'clock hour, Eric was still on. 8 o'clock hour, Eric on. 9, 10. Finally, at 11 o'clock, I mean, of course, we clear the phones. So you hear quite a bit of the show. And it's not only when you're on hold. I think you're lying. I think you're being disingenuous, because there are times that I'll be on the air and you've already been on, and I assume you go back to bed, and then there you are again 2 hours later commenting on what we've just been commenting on. See, I don't think you're being genuine.
Oh, I don't go to bed, but when I comment on something that you talked about, that's due to the fact that someone in the room told me.
Someone told me you were passing out in front of your webcam yesterday.
Passing out?
That's what they said, and he had a giant red zit on his chin. Let me take a look. Is that true? You had a big zit on your chin? Yeah, there you go. What are you wearing? All green today?
Yeah, A's.
Yeah.
The A's.
The A's. The assholes.
Yeah, like your team did so great against Boston Sunday night.
Well, look at the size of that zit on
It's
your
almost
chin.
like another head.
That is a big zit. I think that zit's weighing you down. I see you trying to cover it, but he had his hand over it. Now I could see it. I mean, between the green clothes and the red zit, he looks like a Christmas ornament. All right, Eric. Is he still there?
Oh, yeah. He's very slow today.
Yeah. He's an energy.
Why don't you drink some coffee? You look like a little Christmas elf.
Yeah, you don't look like a good old anything.
Build a Could you build me a toy right now? A little Tonka truck.
I feel Eric zinged you back. You don't look like a little anything.
I know he got me. Well,
he got you pretty good.
You tried to ignore it, but you were wounded.
Well, you got to keep going in battle.
He had you down.
I had to go to the Tonka truck, build me a toy. I was saving that one for last. I had to pull that out.
Were you the type of guy, Eric, that was picked on in high school, or did the school give you a break because of your handicaps, or did people make fun of you?
No one picked on me.
Good.
That means you didn't go to high school, then. That means you went to a school with midgets.
Yes, I did. I graduated with a 312 GPA.
I thought that was your height.
312? How can you have a 312?
3.12.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
3.12.
Now, that was your height, Eric.
No.
Wasn't there a special elevator in your school? For you, I think?
Yeah, but that whole thing was started by a student before me.
You got angry because a guy called in here and said, because of Eric, we had to build a special elevator in our school. And
a female student that was 2 grades ahead of me, her and her family started that whole fight with the school.
And you were the only one who had the key to that elevator, is that correct?
No, I had it, and the girl that was 2 grades ahead of me had one.
Well, when she graduated, you were the only one who had the key.
No, me and my friend that was in the same grade as I was in.
He was handicapped?
Yeah.
So out of the whole school, only you and this kid could use the elevator?
And whoever, got an injury that couldn't walk up the steps or up the ramps, then the school would give them keys, if they got injured in football or something like that.
Would other children try to get in the elevator with you, and would you have to tell them, no, you're not allowed?
Yeah, sometimes I let them in, though.
You let some in. So your thing, you would let girls in, I bet, mostly.
Pretty much.
Right.
Oh, you ever get blown in there?
So it was your.
Now that's ingenious. You're using an elevator to get laid?
Yeah.
So you would go in the elevator, and then maybe a girl would say, hey, Eric, do you think I could get a ride in the elevator, too? And you would sneak her in.
Right.
I don't think it ever worked out, really, though, did it?
Well, certainly I bet you made you a little more popular with the kids. Was your
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't get any action out of it.
It was almost your original JFSC room. In other words, only a select few could get in there with you.
Right.
Did you delight in throwing people out as you do at the JFSC?
All right. Had enough of this.
Would popular kids, Eric, just barrel in there and fuck in front of you?
No.
That's ridiculous. Artie.
The kids were cruel back then, like Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Matt, quickly, you're on the air. He has a question for Eric the Midget. Yes, Matt.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Eric can fit the JFC or JFSC or whatever the fuck it is up his ass. Because seriously, this ungrateful little shit has done nothing but, what can you do for me? He's completely ungrateful. He's got nothing. He slowed the show right down to a screeching halt yet again, and he's just a miserable little fuck. And I think that Artie should just dwarf toss him off a fucking bridge.
Well, I don't agree with that.
What, the dwarf tossing bridge?
I don't think Eric deserves to be dwarf tossed off a bridge.
Shut up, you fucking loser.
I'm a loser? I got a job. I do things. I got a wife. I got a kid. What do you got? You got a fucking
that poor
cam.
wife.
You got a cam. That's what you got. Go fuck your cam.
All right, well, Matt is not a fan of Eric's.
No,
Eric,
just kill him. Do the world a favor.
Oh.
Eric, if you were, if Matt was in your JFSC room, as you call it,
Would never happen. I got a life.
You would throw him out, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, Matt, you're not allowed in there, I guess.
Oh, no, I'm going to cry now.
All right, thank you, Matt.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, that is Matt, who is not a fan of Eric's. Eric, I guess you have people who are fans and some aren't.
Right.
Right. All right. Well, thank you.
Is Eric happy about the merger?
Yeah, I'm glad because it brings, like, baseball to, serious now next season.
All right.
That's correct. And also, it'll bring 8 or 9 million more people to listen, and they perhaps will join the JFSC.
Good point.
That's right.
You should be happy about that.
So you should celebrate. All right. Thank you, Eric.
All right, tonight on the JFSC.
Take care, man. We'll see you.
All
right, buddy.
Commentary.
Thank you.
Great.
Bye, Eric. We'll see you later, man. All right.
Very good. See you later.
Take care. Bye.
Eric reminding us that America's Got Talent is on the air, and he will be commentating.
He'll be watching it.
He'll be watching it along with you. Hey, Eric, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to think about this. I don't want an answer now before I hang up.
Okay.
If you should ever pass away, and the show is still on the air, would you will your body to the show so we can stuff you and keep you in the studio? Don't even answer. Think about it. We would immortalize you. But you would have to specifically write that in your will. Would you think about that?
No, I would not do that.
Come on. We could pose you any way you like.
Yeah, I mean, you would specify exactly how you would be posed.
No, don't like that idea.
Think about it for a while.
Think
You
about
jump into the answer too fast.
Think about being immortalized right here in our studio.
I'm doing it.
Will you at least think about it?
Yeah, that's a lot of stuffing for you.
That's right. Me and you could be together eternally. Stuffed in the studio.
All right, well, anyway, think about it. I don't need an answer right away. I wish you a long life. All right, thank you.
Right.
All right, that's Eric the Midget.
Eric's roommate, does he bring girls over?
You'll have to ask that another time. Eric and I have disconnected.
I am just wondering what goes on there.
There's only so much Eric people will tolerate. You and I could listen for 4 hours, but that's just us because we're weird. We've been at this a long time, and you see a gold mine like that.
That's right. You can't stop mining.
No, you can't.
Now it's time for the funeral, the church service, So you got to get pallbearers, and my brother and I are 2 of the pallbearers, and my nephew. So I am now wheeling my father's coffin up the aisle of this church, which is a very emotional time and everything. And as I'm wheeling it up, I look into the pew, and I see a face that sort of looks familiar. And I go, God, I know that guy. I have so many cousins that I actually met cousins that I didn't recognize, And as I walk by, I go, holy shit, that's Sour Shoes.
Oh, stop. He was at your father's
Sour Shoes?
So it was really sweet.
Did he sing?
Don't laugh. So he hands me a card as I'm walking. He's like, I'm really sorry. Very respectful. Very respectful. Right. So I go sit in my seat, and I am now laughing. That Sour Shoes is at my father's funeral.
Sour Shoes, by the way, is that guy who calls into the show every couple of days where he can sing any song.
If you go to Gary Preview page 2, on the right, there's 8 of his songs there that he's just been leaving on voicemail.
Wait here. Gary Preview. Just so you know, this is the shock of working in this radio show, because here's Gary's father's funeral, and look who's sitting in the pew, this guy.
Thank goodness.
Hollywood, Hudson, and good morning. Let's send us around now to Sportsman, Ronnie Buzz.
Still lives with his parents. How old is he, like 40?
Like 30 to 35.
Yeah.
Who can make a stripper blush and throw him her underwear?
That guy. Yeah. When your dad has the Purple Heart and stuff, do you bury him?
Bronze Star.
Bronze Star. Do you bury him is that higher than the Purple Heart?
Well, the Purple Heart you get for getting wounded.
Right.
The Bronze Star is for actual bravery.
Did you bury him with it?
No. We put him out we put him on a little table with his picture, and we put the medals out. But
does he get any kind of military?
Yeah. They came to the cemetery. They played taps, and they
did they?
And
they
fold
the flag thing.
They fold the flag. They do that whole thing.
You contact them and say a veteran died. And
Yep. Yep, they still do. Imagine a guy who got out of the army in 1943 or something.
Yeah, they did it for my father.
They still do it, man.
Wow. Did your mother contact the military?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's so cool.
They send 4 people. They send somebody plays taps on the trumpet, which was maybe the most amazing. I mean, everybody cried because it just sounded like this. Yeah. This sounds like crap compared to how it sounded.
I'm getting emotional hearing this.
And then they 2 people fold the flag very slowly, and then they hand it to the commander, and the commander walks over and hands it to my mother and says, on behalf of the United States government, you present
and
this
a grateful something.
Yeah, and our grateful country presents this flag. It was very nice.
I wish I went into the military now. I didn't realize
that. Huh?
Yeah, I didn't realize I could get that. Like military did show.
They should tell you that as part of the signing.
Yeah, like I wonder what you have to do to get the guns. The
21 gun salute.
Well, my uncle was a cop in New York City when he died. The whole police force turned out. It was awesome. He had a really great funeral. It was one of the best funerals I ever went to.
I know, because cops will come in from all over.
I think I have a theory on that, by the way, because my friend's a cop. I think it's a great way to get a day off. You got to go to his funeral. But anyway, hold on. I got to finish with the sour shoe story. So I'm now pushing this casket down the aisle, and he hands me a card. And afterwards,
you a card.
Yeah,
you're pushing your father.
But afterwards, a couple of people were like, were you weirded out that he was there? But for whatever reason, I happen to like him a lot. I find him funny, and he really is a nice guy. And I found the whole thing very sweet. It didn't bother me at all. I thought it was really nice. So now I'm sitting in the front pew, right, and when you have a funeral, you have to have a mass, and the mass comes with communion. It's a whole 45-minute thing. So people are coming up for communion, and you have to pick a song, a hymn to be played. So when we were picking this, I'm like, I don't know. I go to whatever hymn is good. I've never heard the song in my life, like When Eagles Fly or whatever crap. Sour Shoes walks by me. He leans right in, singing every word of it, man.
Wow, awesome.
Like he knew the words of the hymn.
He knows those words.
Wow.
So
hey,
that's how he's going to do it.
I've been trying to put this together all day. It's Artie's birthday. I want to give him a little gift. So on our phone is, what do you think it is, Artie? Who's your favorite? Not Dana.
Who's my favorite, celebrity?
That's right.
Wow.
Does his name start with B?
Does it?
It's not Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen is on the phone.
Get out.
Get out of here.
Are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Bruce? Oh, Jesus.
You motherfucker.
Hello? No, he was there. Ah, you son of a...
Are you kidding? You knocked Bruce Springsteen off?
Hold on. I didn't knock anybody off. Hello? There he is. Hey, Bruce, do a song for Artie.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
All right, do a song for Artie.
Hey, Artie, what do you want me to play for you?
It's Bruce Springsteen.
You want to sing along to it? What one of my songs you want to sing along to?
Just do one of your songs.
Sounds like Alec Baldwin.
Go ahead.
All right, let's get one on.
Artie doesn't believe it's you.
All right, here we go.
Tenth Avenue Freeze Up.
Right. I feel this is one of Bruce's best songs. It's a good one. I requested this.
Hey, Clarence, get over here. Clarence.
Clarence is there, too.
Yeah, the whole band.
A lot of keyboard in this version. And kazoo.
There's a kazoo in the band.
For you, Artie.
Wow. God. Is Bruce's father in the next room ready to blow his head off?
So good.
It's the morning in his house.
His father has to hear this. Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce.
How about a couple more real quick?
What do you got?
Hey, how about a little Jungle Land?
All right, real quick.
Holy shit.
For Artie on his birthday.
Yeah.
Were you in your father's house?
I just wonder if we can do it
I am
with
actually.
raps.
I want to put Daddy on to sing a little harmony.
Jungle Land for you, Artie, on your 39th. Congratulations.
The Rangers had a homecoming.
Live Bruce Springsteen. He's good.
As Artie and Dana are moving down the line. They just have spaghetti at Frankie and Johnny's. Going home to rest tonight.
I had enough, Bruce.
Wow.
All right, there you go, Rob.
Happy birthday.
That's very nice of you to set that up.
Robin, what else? Pete Townsend is on the phone.
They invented English and I can't say the word third.
I'm glad you called in. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, Howard. Please don't bring up those little blooming boys. Just let me play some rock and roll.
Play something for us, Pete.
Why should I care? Woo! Why should I care?
Any other songs you want? Do Reno or Me?
Okay, let me just switch over to the piano.
What was that?
Hey, Roger.
The piano.
Only love can bring the rain that falls deep by the sky. Only love can bring the rain that falls like tears from our heart.
Nice. Oh, that was the best thing you've ever done.
Pete, that was great. And we're going to listen to you on the Who channel.
I'd go see that show.
Come on, sing along.
Oh, Pete doing another one.
Howard, play us some rock and roll.
Go ahead, Pete.
Okay.
Now you know why Roger sings.
Come on, give us a whistle.
Ready?
Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball. From Soho down to Brighton, I must have played them all. And I ain't seen nothing like him in any amusement hall. That deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball.
All right, enough from Pete. You know, you were right. It wasn't a good interview.
That was, I assume that was Sour Shoes. That was him at his
No, that was Pete.
That was Pete? That was. This is great. I got to play this for you right now. So we're going to get busy later on, and I'll probably forget. So there was a whole thing going on where Tim Sabian, the program director, is really pissed off at Shuley right now. Yeah, because Penny Crone was doing a story on something that involved Pharrell.
Uh-huh.
And Sour Shoes does an incredible impression of Pharrell, like you would never even know it wasn't Pharrell.
Wow.
So Shuley got Penny Crone to interview Pharrell, except it was Sour Shoes. And now everyone's mad at Shuley. Because, you know...
It is the news.
And he's part of the news department. He can't be goofing on his fellow newscasters. So anyway, here's the tape of Penny Crone calling Pharrell for an interview, except it's not Pharrell, it's Sour Shoes. For your listening enjoyment. What do you want, Ron? You got something to add to this?
Yes. I'm going to take the hit for this.
What do you mean?
I'm the one who set the whole thing up.
Why are you not just being, like in the halls, being quiet and being the security guy? You're not supposed to be fucking around.
Yeah, I know.
But Penny became a particular target for him.
Yeah, well, she likes to target me, so I target her back, you know.
Yeah, you got to be more professional out there. You got to just stand there and, like, not interact with everyone.
Yeah, but I'll take the hit for this. I mean, Shuley helped me with it, but I'm the one who set the whole thing up.
All right.
It was all about me being pissed off at Pharrell. I made up this whole thing, and then we got Sour Shoes, because I heard Sour Shoes do this impression of Pharrell.
Ronnie the prankster out there.
I thought it was funny, and then.
But if Shuley's in on it, he shouldn't, you know.
Yes, but I'm taking the hit for it. It's not Shuley's fault.
No, what are you out there doing?
No, I was just out there. I was standing out there, and
you got to blend in with the wall.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.
Are you going to be a security guy, or are you going to be a comedy writer?
No, I'm not being a comedy writer.
What's your next project?
Yeah, what are you working on now?
It's all about Penny, you know.
All right, well, stop.
All right.
You want to be taken seriously.
All right, I'm taking the hit, but I don't want Shuley to get blamed for it.
Shuley's getting blamed for it.
I don't want Shuley to get blamed.
Shuley did it.
Was Shuley in on it?
Yeah.
Well, Tim knows that Shuley should know better.
Right.
It's not that whose idea it was, Ronnie. It's that even Shuley helped facilitate it. That's enough to get Tim pissed off at him.
Okay. Right. Well, I just wanted to let you know it was my idea.
Yeah, well, maybe you need
all right, I understand.
less ideas.
Okay.
Yeah. You're thinking too much.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, it's Penny Crone. How are you?
Meanwhile, that's Sour Shoe's mom picking up, and she doesn't know what's going on. And it still doesn't stop the bit.
Fine. Penny?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I know you.
Penny Crone with Howard Stern? Penny.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is Scott there?
You mean... Yes, hold on one minute, please.
Frank? Did she say Frank? You'll know as soon as he...
Frank?
Are you sure we have the right number? I think.
Telephone for Mike. 1 moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You think that's his wife?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, you can leave it right there. Yeah, brother. Hold on, I gotta take this call.
He sounds like him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
That's good.
This is good, wait.
I gotta take this call. Yeah. Hello?
Hey, Scott, it's Penny Crone.
Penny, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
What's going on?
I'm here with my boyfriend, Shuley.
Shuley, bro.
Shake it up, brother. How you living?
Dude. What are you doing, brother?
Nothing. I'm just setting up Penny. She's got to interview you real quick about something.
I can't get this Raven Riley out of my mind, dude. You had her on the show the other night?
Yeah.
Dude, unbelievable. I thought I would eat the double douche coming out of Heidi Cortez's ass. Check it out. So what's going on?
Well, you know what? I just have one question real quick. Why aren't you using Ronnie the limo driver to pick for NASCAR?
I got Captain Thunder giving me all the goods.
What? Didn't Ronnie do a good job?
He did an okay job. The only thing was he steered us off with King Kenseth winning the race. That was the easy pick, but he wasn't throwing anything else at me. But now I was thinking, next time I'm going to go with Ronnie. I mean, he's the only one that I know that's going to go with Tony Stewart from his heart. And Tony, after taking 11th start, he wins it, and he gets the most points. So, yeah, I mean, shit. Why? Was Ronnie all bummed?
Well, yeah, it's Ronnie.
That's perfect impression.
Man, that's great.
Yeah, and quite frankly, I think we should have Sour Shoes fill in for Pharrell whenever Pharrell came in.
Bummed. What he said about Captain...
And I never know what Pharrell's talking about.
I don't know what Sour Shoes is talking about.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It's perfect. He doesn't bother explaining anything.
Thunder, I'll quote him, let him take his picks and shove them up his ass. He also said that you're, basically a scumbag and that he's never going back on the show again.
Check it out. How could I be mad if he's amazing? That's Captain Thunder. Let me just tell you something. Captain Thunder has been, he has been out of his mind, out of his gourd on fire with these picks. The next Cell Cup Championship, that's a race with restricted plates. So, I mean, I got to go from what he's telling me. I mean, he had Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Matt Kenseth. He had them all going on the top 5. I can't argue with that. Ronnie, I mean, he's like a one-pick blunder. I mean, he gets one race right, and the guy thinks he's, Nostradamus.
Well, Ronnie lives for NASCAR, and he says that Captain Thunder is some asshole that has no life and doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I got to tell you something. I got to see ever since he's been doing that ground gripping around those racetracks in the Poconos, and he thinks he's the next Tony Stewart. He's the god of NASCAR. Let me tell you something. Captain Thunder, he's got 2 decades of calling it. I mean, the guy's amazing. Ronnie doesn't know. Hey, why doesn't Ronnie just stick to knowing limousines out in Sheepshead Bay and Wade Siegel's there? His freaking that freaking car shop he's got there. Ronnie knows his cars. He doesn't know racing.
Okay.
I mean, he hasn't got nothing on me or Captain Thunder. I mean, I could roll out and pick picks in my sleeve. Or Ronnie, this guy knows about taking us king of all media into the show. And what does he know about NASCAR? What does he know about anything?
Are you done with Ronnie?
I'm finished with it. If this is what I'm hearing from him, this is bullshit, man. Dude, man, I got to come. I got Will Murray and Jason Kaplan on the show Thursday. They're Friday. They're talking him up, man. He comes on the show with this piss attitude, man. I mean, it's a freaking bullshit. Who the hell is? Who does he know? Who does he pick? The guy just thinks he's an expert at giving Robin Quibbers driving lessons. This guy's a...
Why would Penny think this is fake? He sounds exactly like him.
Exactly like him.
That's a pretty good impression, huh?
Pretty good.
I don't even know how he does it.
Even the little nuances down.
Yeah, that's what's really selling it.
Completely out of his mind.
Okay, thank you, Scott.
Yeah, but hey, Penny, what are you wearing for Halloween?
I'm going as Penny Crone, girl reporter.
Oh, that's hot enough for me. Check it out.
Later, Scott. Thanks, man.
Hey, later, Shirley.
Wow.
If I should put the phone in there, yeah, how's she supposed to tell?
Penny played it on the air, I guess. And
Oh, God, again?
No, another Scott Frill exclusive.
What were you doing? You back to gambling again? I heard you give him Will Pick.
No, I'm not doing it. I just gave him a tip.
What's the tip?
Tip is stop gambling.
No. I actually told him because he likes betting on baseball. I said, dude, that's a very dangerous situation, baseball. But then I said, I'll look at the paper today and try to get one.
Help you out a little bit, huh?
So kind of you.
I love looking at the picks and trying to figure something out.
What'd you figure out?
Well, the way I look at it is, I like because they're a little bit of an underdog, I like the Tigers over who are they playing? I like the Tigers because this guy on the White Sox, they're playing the White Sox. This guy Garcia's got a 6-game winning streak, right?
Okay.
And I think he's due to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was your whole theory with Tiger Woods where you lost 15 grand.
And the guy on the Tigers who's pitching, this guy Robertson, he's a lefty. His last 3 games, he's got an ERA of 1.29.
Oh.
So, you see, I look at all these stats, and I think he's on a little bit of a streak, and Garcia's due to get racked, and the Tigers are underdogs. I like the Tigers over the White Sox.
So is he going with it?
I haven't given it to him yet.
Oh, okay.
The Nationals are too obvious. They're expensive, too, because they're kicking ass. But Tigers would be my unique pick of the day.
All I know is I'm sitting here getting ready for the next thing, and I hear Artie's picks going on to some of the younger staff members.
Well, you know, it would make sense to me because I saw Artie in a very serious phone call, hunched over the phone. I was like, what's Artie doing back there on the phone?
Oh, he's all busy.
Oh, no, I was...
That's movie Artie.
Yeah, that's executive, producer Artie.
Yeah, I've seen that Artie face.
A lot of stuff going on, I'm wearing a lot of hats on this.
Yeah. None of them cover that bald spot, though.
Not even close.
Not even close. What else is in the news, Robin? A lot of people. You want to laugh your ass off. So Gary went out and got Dirty Work. And, Artie told the story this week. I don't know how many people heard it who are listening right now. Artie told the story about when they were shooting Dirty Work. Don Rickles, one of the greatest comedians, maybe
absolutely
on the planet.
He's in the top 5 ever.
These guys somehow got Don Rickles to be in the movie. So Norm and Artie in the movie are these 2 screw-ups, of course, and Artie's way fatter than he is now.
This is right after rehab I shot this. This is like,
so you were really a porker at that point.
Baby gorilla.
and it is so funny. They have the lineup of a bunch of guys who were working in a hotel.
No, it's a movie theater.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, we're working at a movie theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the guys are working, Norm and Artie are working in the movie theater. Don Rickles comes out. It's the funniest thing I ever saw. I'm actually going to watch Dirty Work now because if it's as funny as this, this might be the greatest.
The movie must be funny because he's just telling us Don Rickles lines. We're dying laughing.
Well, all I'm saying to defend Dirty Work is a lot of people love that movie. Everywhere I go, I sign DVDs, and a lot of people like it. It's got funny stuff in it. It's not a great movie, but it's funny.
To give you laughs.
Yeah, Chris Farley's in it. He's hilarious. Jack Warden plays our father. He's amazing in it. It's good.
So Artie explains that the story goes Don Rickles wouldn't even stick to the script because the script was so awful.
But he couldn't make those lines funny.
Well, he just was like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, he would just come out and start goofing on Artie and Norm. And even and he wouldn't even goof on them in character. He would just say, Artie and Norm, you're a big, fat, disgusting...
Right, he'd goof on them as Artie and Norm.
He would goof on Norm.
So somehow, I guess, Bob Saget, the director, even when he would yell cut, he would start insulting Bob Saget. He goes, look at you.
It was amazing because Saget is just such an easy target. So if Saget would try to order Rickles around, he would go, what are you talking about?
Who made you the director?
Look at you. Don't you? You're in charge of that show where a cat, like, throws up or something and they get it on video.
All I know is Rickles looks at Artie with such disgust. And, like,
you saw the video.
Yeah, I got it. I'm going to play it for you. It's so genuine,
There's no acting there at all.
No. So he goes up to Artie, and like, it's so great, the scene, because all the kids who work in the movie theater are marched out, and Don says, well, for the benefit of the two new guys.
Yeah, we're the two new guys.
We have to go through it now, and go and lecture you, because these two don't know what they're doing.
Right.
So you got it. It's really funny to see. I don't know. At one point, Don Rickles is talking to Artie's belly. It's just so great. Wait.
All right. Everybody line up, huh? Line up. Don't be dummies. Just get in line. That's fine. Gentlemen, members of the National Office are coming here tonight for their annual inspection of this theater. Right now, I'm going to explain to you my managing style for the benefit of the new guys. So there you are, Tubby. Look like a bucket of lard on a bad day. You baby gorilla. Why don't you work a zoo and stop bothering people? Got a call yesterday from Baskin Robbins. They said that they're down to only 5 flavors. You're swelling up as I talk to you. Look at you. How's this? How's it doing? Hello, ice cream. Having a good time? Running around? What are you laughing at? Because I called your friend a fat pig, huh? You think that's funny?
Oh, no, I was just laughing earlier when you were talking to his belly.
Did you get a horse and live in the mountains someplace and don't bother anybody? Got a personality like a dead moth. Okay. The fun's over. Anybody messes this thing up for me tonight is through. Not only are you fired, your life is over. I'll see to it that you never work again and that you wind up tearing tickets off in Kuwait. And everybody's sucking sand. Nobody messes up. You understand me? Don't mess up.
He said stuff we didn't even know what the hell he was talking about. He just out of nowhere, he just said you're going to be in Kuwait and everybody's sucking sand.
When he bends over, and Don Rickles is real short, too, and he bends over to talk to Artie's belly. And he says, hello, ice cream.
Hello, ice cream. He goes,
I thought it was real funny when you were talking to his belly.
Yeah, you're funny talking to his belly there.
Did Norm ad-lib that line?
Well, no, what happened was Norm couldn't stop laughing. So
Right. Cut that in
I
later.
eventually held it in.
Right.
Norm couldn't stop laughing, so they had to say, we have to acknowledge that somehow. So Rickles had to go, what are you laughing at?
That may be some of the funniest stuff ever put on celluloid.
Well, let me tell you something. When he just out of nowhere started talking to my stomach, so that's why Norm started laughing. He's like, and so we had to say, we have to acknowledge this. So he goes, what are you laughing at? Because I called your friend a fat pig. but you had to see, he was on the set for 18 hours. The call time was like 6 a.m.
Right.
The call time was 6 a.m., and from 6 a.m. on, he had that Don Rickles energy of just goofing on people.
Right.
He goofed on Saget for 4 hours.
That should have been the movie.
This is the director. Yeah, this is the director of the movie. He's calling him an idiot. He's got because we shot in Toronto, Canada.
What's that first line he says? Okay, you idiots, line up.
No,
he goes, okay,
don't be like dummies.
Don't be dummies.
Yeah, don't be dummies. That just got me.
All right, line up. Don't be dummies. But here's another great thing. So the key grip of the movie was this kid, a guy named Darcy, but he was a real guy's guy.
What is a key grip?
He's like he just lugs lights around, you know. And a real guy's guy, like a construction worker kind of a guy, Canadian kid. And I guess he didn't really know who Don Rickles was. So Rickles, just because his name was Darcy, the whole time they're going, Darcy, how's Darcy doing? Kept calling him a looked like gay. You're
Right.
like, oh, Darcy's like, he's just dancing around. And the guy Darcy goes, hey, what's this guy with the insults? And we're like, it's Don Rickles.
Don't you know you're supposed to be honored when he makes fun of you?
Dude, Don Rickles, that's what he does. He insults people.
Don't you know it's an honor to have him call you gay?
You get going, Darcy.
And meanwhile, you should just walk up and go, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, you pound him in the ground with one of those lights.
But he was...
And then Don Rickles would be going, Frank Sinatra loves it when I make fun of him.
Right.
And he goes, well, I don't know him.
He would tell stories about Sinatra. Then he told me, he goes, I go, you live in Malibu? He goes, yeah, I live in Malibu. He goes, you go out to L.A.? I go, sometimes. He goes, don't call me. And then afterwards, he goes, you were good in this scene. He goes, good luck with construction.
Yeah. You were brilliant.
Because you were great, fantastic. Good luck with construction.
Yeah. Your genius is unbelievable.
What a riot that day was.
18 hours of just laughing our asses off.
Oh.
You know what we realized was Rickles has never did that in a movie before. We were like, we got Don Rickles, just let him go nuts like he does on The Tonight Show, you know? And
he used to have a TV show called CPO Sharky.
yeah, I used
and
to
they,
like that.
Right.
They scripted that all out. That was the problem. Like, they tried to write like Don Rickles. And, hi, you dummy.
They put right, exactly. It didn't work. And that's what we tried to do. And eventually we said, just do it, and we'll cut it into the movie. Say whatever you want. You know?
Boy, did it work. Man, that's funny.
Look at you baby gorilla.
You're swelling up as I talk to you.
I got to hear it again, if you don't mind. One last shot. Okay.
All right. Everybody line up, huh? Line up, don't be dummies, just get in line. That's fine. Gentlemen, members of the National Office are coming here tonight for their annual inspection of this theater. Right now, I'm going to explain to you my managing style for the benefit of the new guys.
New guys.
So there you are, Tubby. Look like a bucket of lard on a bad day. You baby gorilla. Why don't you work a zoo and stop bothering people? Got a call yesterday from Baskin Robbins. They said that they're down to only 5 flavors. You're swelling up as I talk to you. Look at you. How's this? How's it doing? Hello, ice cream. Having a good time? Running around? What are you laughing at? Because I called your friend a fat pig, huh? You think that's funny?
Oh, no, I was just laughing earlier when you were talking to his belly.
You get a horse and live in the mountains someplace and don't bother him. Got a personality like a dead moth. Okay, the fun's over. Anybody messes this thing up for me tonight is through. Not only are you fired, your life is over. I'll see to it that you never work again and that you wind up tearing tickets off in Kuwait. Salam alamala, kalamala, and everybody sucking sand. Nobody messes up. You understand me? Don't mess up.
I love that he's going to ruin the lives of people who work in movie theaters.
Right. I mean, how much of more of a loser could you be?
Well,
anybody screws up, I'm going to go after you.
Well, me and Norm couldn't stop laughing. We dissected what he said and tried to make sense out of it, and we started laughing even more. Like the premise that Baskin Robbins called him.
Yeah, that's what I think. I go, that's great. Here's a guy who's a manager at a movie theater, and Baskin Robbins was on the phone to him.
Baskin Robbins call me. Yeah, they got my number.
They consult with me regularly.
Yeah, they call me all the time.
Yeah, they're very concerned. They're down to 5 flavors.
And he's so connected, he can send you off to Kuwait if you don't do the right
Well, you know what? That came up. Like I said, it was an Indian kid who was an extra lined up, and he just saw him, and that's what came out of his mouth. Like, where's the rest of your family? Down at the lake? Doing laundry on a rock?
But I also love that, like, the management from the movie theater is coming down to inspect the theater.
Yeah.
That's even good.
It's a great
That's a great premise.
Here comes a joke.
Yeah, don't want to mess up in front of those people.
Well, you know what me and Norm do is to get back at the guy. This is where the premise of the movie is we have a revenge for hire business.
Yeah.
So to get revenge on the guy, instead of the regular movie, when the front office comes down, we put gay porn in. And we're both we put the gay porn on and the place is going nuts. They're all offended and stuff. And, it was called like Men in Black who like to have sex with other men or something. And I real quick peek at the screen, and Norm gets out his little thing like Weekend Update and goes, note to self, Artie just looked at the screen at gay porn.
In the movie?
In the movie.
He says Artie?
Well, no, he says my name.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want to bore you with my name in the movie, Sam. But, and then I get all, no, I didn't look at gay porn. I was,
I had Rickles on my show one time.
Yeah.
And he came on. I was so excited for him to make fun of me.
Right.
And evidently, he was all serious and down. And
Really?
I found out later he's intimidated by me. That's why he doesn't do the show.
You're
and
kidding.
I'm like, you're kidding.
What?
He won't make fun of me?
He's intimidated.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've never heard of such a thing.
He didn't want to piss me off, I think. I think he thought I was insane.
It really is one of those things where it's like an honor to get, get insulted by the guy.
Look at you, you baby.
You baby. Because Saget in between would go cut, and then he'd give us like notes and stuff.
Oh.
He'd give you acting notes, and then right before the yelled action, Rickles would be going, hang on a minute, I'm trying to forget Saget's notes.
It just screwed me up.
And
Saget breaking the genius.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, though. Doesn't Rickles know how much you love him?
Yeah.
He must.
I
He
guess.
must.
Yeah, in fact, you know who's good friends, supposedly, with Rickles? Every minute tells me how he goes to dinner with Rickles.
Who's this?
John Stamos. And
Oh,
he goes,
really?
He goes, I got to hook you guys up.
But he never does.
No.
Right.
Yeah, look, how are you going to hook me up? The guy lives in friggin' San Diego or something.
Right.
Somewhere in Beverly Hills.
The guy, he lives, I think, out by the beach or something.
I don't even know if he lives in L.A. I have to hook you guys up. Okay, yeah. I do morning radio.
In New York.
I go to bed at 8 o'clock. I can't even go to dinner past 5:30.
Right.
Yeah. When
How
am I
are you going to hook up?
We're going to party with Rickles. And do you believe that Rickles sits there and talks to John Stamos? I don't.
I don't know. No.
I don't buy it for a minute.
But that was a lot of fun.
Why would he tell you that if it wasn't true?
I don't know.
Does he make up things?
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me that Don Rickles hangs out with John Stamos. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Well, what do I know? And then he's always like, I have to hook you guys up. One time I should say, well, okay, let's get out our date books and figure out.
Let's put it together.
Yeah. But,
wait, you know what's funny? You're actually, that was the first day of shooting, and there was still a possibility that Norm wanted you to play the devil in the movie.
He sent me the script.
Right, a part that Adam Sandler ended up playing.
Yeah.
And I remember having a discussion with you, like Rickles, I remember Rickles going like, yeah, he's dying to do this.
I can't wait to be in this film.
Like, he was like, yeah, because he knew I was a fan of yours. I think Norm said something like, yeah, Howard might do the devil thing.
Yeah, well, here's how I remember it.
Yeah, I'm dying to do
Norm kept calling, or someone kept calling, will Howard be in the movie?
Right.
And I call my agent and go, Norm Macdonald wants me to, he goes, oh, really? And he starts laughing. And then we read the part, which is one page.
Right.
And it doesn't even make any sense.
Right.
And they were even like, well, you can come in and just make up stuff. And
yeah.
I said, gee, this is great. I get to go in
and write
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of nonsense is this?
A lot of movies do that to you. If you're a comic or something, they expect you, like the scene will just say, whatever, Joey walks into a diner, and you go, what am I going to do? And then they go, well, you do funny stuff.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't even understand the movie.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, they ruined Richard Pryor that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard Pryor, you always tell stories about that.
I think I was real smart turning that one down.
Good for you.
In retrospect. But Rickles is brilliant.
It's one of the only movies Rickles is in,
right.
if you think about it.
No,
well, and in the other movie he's
Casino
in, he plays, he's a dramatic actor.
Right.
Yeah. Which really works out well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what everybody's looking for him for.
Yeah, you can't wait to go to the theater and see Don Rickles as a sergeant during World War II in a buddy film.
What did he say about, oh, God, when he saw Saget, because he had just finished working with Scorsese. Let me remember this line. What the hell did he say?
Saget walks out.
Oh, this is what he said. He goes, Bob, how you doing? Listen, I just told Martin Scorsese, I said, Marty, Bob Saget's directing a movie. The man grabbed his chest. That's the first thing he said to Saget in the morning. Saget said, Don, good morning. Get down here. Bob, how you doing? Yeah, listen, I just told Martin Scorsese Bob Saget's directing a movie. The man grabbed his chest.
It is great. So all I know is he comes on this show and he's staring at me.
Yeah, he doesn't say a word.
Sweating profusely.
Right.
67 chins.
Yeah.
looked sad, you know. And I was like, hey, Don Rickles, what's happening? You know, tell me about your life. You know, my life's very, very nice.
Yeah, you answered the question.
Yeah. I said, oh, your life's nice. Yeah. I'm waiting for him to unload on me, you know.
You know what was weird?
Look at your neck.
You know what was weird? You know when he loosened up on the movie set, when the crew started laughing at him.
Right.
Without an audience, it might be weird for him.
Yeah.
Because he feeds off of that.
Well, when he was on this show, Fred was staring at him. And you know how that goes.
How can you be funny when that
There was no frivolousness.
You're going to blame me for Rickles choking on the air? That's the biggest thing I've heard.
My crew was Fred.
And there was no laughter coming from it.
Who's the wooden statue over there?
Well, you have Quivers over there. He could have played to her.
But here's a guy who is like a made man in show business. All these executives from MGM would show up. They can't do anything to Don Rickles. Like, he didn't care.
Who's the guy sitting to my left? It looks like Wild Bill Hitchcock.
Look at these guys sucking sand.
So this is the routine Rickles would have done. Had
Had he not been stunned.
It's hard to feel funny when you're talking to a wall.
You know what? Years later, I saw...
That's Paul Lynn.
Years later, I saw him at a restaurant in L.A., and I felt like going up and talking to him and say, yeah, I'm the baby gorilla.
I'm that big fat guy you yelled at for 17 hours on a movie.
Remember me, the baby gorilla?
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. I didn't mean to spend so much time on Dirty Work again, but
hey, if you notice
what a great movie it's turning out to
it
be.
is, guys. Go rent it, by the way. I'm not going to dime anyway.
The fun is to watch it in sections, give it to us, and let us dissect it.
That's what I'll do, because there's great sections.
This is really the director's cut we're doing.
Yeah, they should put this on a new DVD with this commentary.
If you remember Norm, when we came on here to promote Dirty Work, Norm was so like he wasn't enthused at all.
Norm was embarrassed to bring it up.
He kept going I know, and the movie company was like, hey, dude, you're there to and
he kept saying to me, listen, I don't have to promote anything.
And, right, and you said Bob Saget directed this movie, and Norm went, yeah, Bob Saget, the great director.
How did he end up with Bob Saget?
I think they had known each other from stand-up, and Saget had directed a film about a drama, about his sister
his dying
who died.
sister, yeah.
And Saget's just the greatest guy, and I think he was good enough to direct something. And
Norm saw the dying sister movie, thought it was funny.
Well, and I think MGM thought it would be a good publicity thing. It's a director who could also do press, like you would let Saget in here, and maybe you could do Letterman, which he did,
right?
And
that was fun.
The other great Norm quote about it after it came out was everyone said it bombed, and Norm would go, "What are you talking about? It made $1 million."
Yeah, let's see you make $1 million.
Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, how much did Gone with the Wind make?
But he's not there. Nobody cares.
People do go to these clubs. I should retract my statement. They do go. It's so hard to make a profit in Manhattan with
rent is just going sky high.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I heard hurt business is ecstasy use amongst kids, because you don't drink on ecstasy.
Oh.
So you go to club. The high is not as pure if you drink. So you take some X and you go out, and all you drink is water and just hang out and listen to the music. And supposedly that really hurt business, because booze, the markup on booze is crazy.
Did you ever think of taking ecstasy to get off your booze?
I used to take ecstasy.
Did you drink when you were on it?
I drank right through everything.
Right. Didn't slow you down.
To me, it helped.
Everybody I know who's into X drinks.
Yeah, but supposedly the purest way to keep the high is not drink at all. Just have water.
Right.
Well, that was the reason it was like a young person's drug, because they couldn't drink booze legally anyway. So you take the X and just drink water.
Well,
see the crap you learn on this show?
Well, that was a classic story. I did a spot about 10, 11 years ago at this club in New York, Stand Up New York, get off stage, real hot chick, man. I'm talking a 9.
Right.
Comes up to me and goes, hey, you were really funny. I go, thanks. She goes, you want to hang? I go, yeah. She goes,
was this Dirty Work days?
No, this was pre-Dirty Work.
When you were fat, because I was watching Dirty Work a little bit last night before I went to bed. And man, you were fat.
Yeah, but Dirty Work was right after rehab.
Yeah.
I put on 50 pounds of rehab.
Wow.
But this was right after the first season of Mad TV. I kind of look like I look now.
Right.
And she goes, I'm hanging. I'm going to a couple of clubs. She goes, you want to? I'll never forget the term. She goes, you want to drop some E?
Right.
And I hadn't done it yet. And I go, what is that? She goes, oh, you'll love it. So at that time, I would have taken anything, anything to just get out of my mind. So she gives me a pill, and we start hanging. We go to this club. I won't mention the name, but it's on the west side. And we were dancing till like 7 in the morning, but feeling each other.
You were dancing?
I was on ecstasy.
Wow.
I mean, I was like...
That's some drug gets you dancing.
I drank a little bit. She was like touching me and like grabbing my neck, and she would pull my hair like a poodle or something, and pull me towards her, and we were kissing and everything. I was like, my God. And she was going, I have a place over on whatever in Chelsea. So she leaves to go to the bathroom, and she's gone for 20 minutes. And I don't know where she is, so I start looking for her, and I went by the bar, and she's making out with, like, this male model.
What a night.
So I look at it, and I go, should I go up and say something? And I'm like, no, because the guy looked like he could kick my ass.
Did you like ecstasy? Was it a drug that you enjoyed?
I hate saying this because of kids, but it really felt good.
Yeah.
But the problem is...
So why did you never do it?
Yeah, why did you stop doing it?
I did it.
Oh, you did?
Throughout the mid-'90s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Whenever I had a chance, I got it. I never bought it, but if somebody had it, I took it.
Right.
Usually broads had it.
Right.
They would, chicks, it was a chick drug. They had it, they'd give it to you.
Did you ever bang a chick when you were on ecstasy?
I tried to, and it
Couldn't go.
It wasn't great, but
no takeoff.
It feels like you can. You know what I mean? Like you get so into it, and it's just more about like touching each other. And then what I did was after that night, I was talk about a loser. I was still living in Jersey with my mom because I had a place in L.A. I drove back to Jersey, went into my basement, and tried to pleasure myself to an episode of WKRP in Cincinnati.
Wow.
Lonnie Anderson.
I used to pleasure myself to that show.
Lonnie Anderson, one shot of her as the receptionist, and I was like, done.
I'm so not into drugs anymore.
But my
Except
mother
for drinking.
It was so depressing. It's like the greatest argument against drugs. At the time, I really didn't have a lot of money. It's 7 a.m. It was a Thursday morning or something.
Yeah.
I had done a spot the night before, but still, I didn't make a lot of money. My mother's getting ready for work. I'm downstairs trying to pleasure myself on ecstasy.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's depressing.
I'm touching myself.
It's a loser lifestyle.
Right.
Drugs, just all around. You're just a complete loser.
One time I called 911, but that was because, the TV show Lost?
Yeah.
It was preempted. And I got pissed. And that was it. And I blew my stack. They told me they wouldn't come over to my house.
Have you ever had to call 911?
No, never.
I haven't either.
I'm too embarrassed to give them any problems.
But you have never really come up to a real emergency.
No, I haven't.
I got it called on me.
What'd you do?
The Mad TV time. I was running through a supermarket, coked up, and I threw a cantaloupe at my manager, who was chasing me, and he called 911.
He called 911 on you.
Did he? Your manager? You threw a cantaloupe at him?
My manager at the time.
Why'd you throw a cantaloupe at him?
I just wanted him to get away from me.
Did he get away from you?
No, he kept coming.
Yeah.
He kept coming to get me.
What was he trying to do? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's your manager doing with you?
It was the day that I got arrested at Mad TV, and they all knew I was coming there. The girl, the house I was over the night before, the girl called the station and said, "Look, when Artie gets there, have people with nets."
Oh, so you didn't want to do that.
Right. So when I showed up at the studio, at the sound stage, everybody was there. My agents, my manager, cops. And I got away. I saw it, and I just bolted. I don't want to go anywhere.
Where were you going to run to?
I was in the middle of a
He didn't think it through.
I was in the middle of a coke binge. I don't want to go anywhere.
Wow, you must have been strung out.
I'm telling you.
I was in bad shape. So I just ran through... I just started running through backyards in Hollywood and, through people's homes. People were laying out by their pool, and I just ran by them.
You must be in really good shape, though, to run like that.
I'm kind of athletic.
Yeah.
Were you leaping fences? And
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I used to leap a lot. At the time, I was 27. And there's a supermarket chain in L.A. called Pavilions.
Yeah.
And I ran into a Pavilions, and my manager followed me.
Pleading with you?
Yeah. She said, "Artie, please, come on. And I got to this whole section of fruit. And I just turned around and picked up a cantaloupe and threw it as hard as I could at him.
Did you hit him?
He ducked in it. It hit like a freezer of stuff and just like splattered.
Were you mortified, or you were so crazy you didn't even care?
Oh, I was out of my mind. I didn't care. And then I ran into the parking lot, and the cops caught me in the parking lot of the pavilion. This is at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Did they put you in handcuffs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, behind your back?
The cops got to me and said, look, dude, just calm down, just calm down. Now, while this is happening, there are 3 William Morris agents, 4 studio executives, the producers of the show, and my manager watching me like it's a play, like charades. Watch 2 L.A. cops try to arrest me, and I go, F you dumb cop, whatever, and I took a swing at him. And I took like a 4-day drunken, coked-up swing at the guy who was so slow and sloppy.
Did you connect?
No, he real easily.
Did he charge you with anything for that?
Oh, yeah, assaulting an officer.
Right.
So you
were making everything worse.
It didn't even come close to him. I ducked. He grabbed me, put me in some sort of crazy police training type hold, and slammed me on the top of a car.
An Israeli commando hold. They learned that they'd be
Is that right?
That type of thing. And then just grabbed my arms and cuffed me. And then he searched me, and he said, you got any needles on you? Because if I get stuck, I'm going to shoot you in the face. And I said, no, I got no needles on me. And then he found my money and everything. And then he found Coke. And he goes, oh, what do we have here? And I go,
what'd you think we had here?
Jackpot.
I go, I'm about to shoot 10 hours of Mad TV. It's a little pick-me-up.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. And then he threw me in the paddy wagon. And it was a 20-minute ride to the prison hospital, and by the time we got to the hospital, me and the cops were the best of friends. I was BSing with them. They were nice guys. They were just like, look, we just didn't want you to get hurt, you know.
I guess in your mind, you decided you could just make this run and you'd get away and everything would be fine.
Oh, I envisioned everything, like all these romantic thoughts of I'll be in Vegas and, you know, on the highway, find a beautiful girl.
It is amazing how self-destructive you are, because you had like the greatest job. You had Mad TV. You were on a roll. I mean, you'd been a longshoreman. I mean, you were on Mad TV.
Well, what happened was I was a longshoreman. I quit, and then for 3 years in New York, I struggled as a comic, making like $8,000 a year.
Right.
And then I literally went from $8,000 a year to $10,000 a week at Mad TV. So
you think you'd do anything to keep that going?
You're right. You're right.
You're crazy.
Moved out to L.A., got an apartment. You know,
makes me realize how nuts you are. Like nuttier than Robin in her worst days.
No, I'm not all there, man.
See, Robin?
You
weren't that bad.
Got chunks of his brain missing.
I mean, you were nuts, but he's
nuts.
My
brain was intact.
Man, you're insane. It's like I really shouldn't mess with you.
At least I could be dealt with.
I'm fine.
I don't want a cantaloupe thrown at me.
I'm fine now, but the cops got me to the prison hospital and cuffed me to.
You seem so rational.
The bed.
He seems like an okay guy that you could talk to, right?
Right.
Well, I'm not on cocaine.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of problems.
I've done cocaine and nothing happened really.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get off on it.
I don't know. It was like a combination of that whole week was I lost a bunch of money, you know, on gambling, and it was booze, and it was blow, and it was just, I mean, I just crashed into the side of the mountain, man.
Wow.
You know, it
just amazing how you threw away that cush job.
Then I got it back.
Right.
That's when, like, Quincy Jones, like I say, I know why people thank Quincy Jones at award shows. He is just the sweetest guy. Like, I went to rehab, and when I got back to California, he was like, he purposely came over to me and said, hey, man, I've been thinking about you. I know a lot of, he goes, I know a lot of cats who have a problem with the drugs and stuff. And he starts bringing up these legendary jazz guys. He goes, Billy Eckstein. He goes, you know, Miles Davis had a problem with that stuff. Oh, my God.
You're right there with him.
Right.
Artie Lang.
Yeah, right, exactly. And he goes, but you're a good guy. And he goes, you're funny, man. You a funny man. And I want you to do okay. He goes, you come back. And I came back, and he gave me a second shot. And then after
you blew that.
The second year, I relapsed.
Nothing like tough love.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And then I had to leave.
Wow.
But Quincy Jones is a good man. If you listen.
But that's even more evidence of how crazy you are. You were saved, and you blew it again.
Yeah.
Two other guys, these guys, Fax Barr, Adam Small, John Blanchard, and Orlando Jones, and the great David Herman. They all saved my life over there, those guys.
I feel like I feel like blowing my mind up. blow my mind, bro.
Well, you know,
blowing my mind up.
we just had an incident with Artie.
Yeah.
I mean, we're acting like we don't know. I mean, Artie's out there.
I know. I was just going to say, Artie almost didn't show up here.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't show up.
I'm not on coke.
No, it's not that you're not on coke.
Who knows?
It doesn't take coke to make you crazy.
You know what, Howard? I would come clean. I'm my father. I haven't done blow in 8 years.
It doesn't seem to be the blow, we're saying.
I'm just nuts.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just nuts.
All right. Enough of Artie's nuts because
It doesn't matter.
you know I got to take another break and then I get back to we got a lot to go over here today. So let me take a break. We'll be back. I know there's a lot of people on the phone. If you can hang in there, please hold on. I just had to hear Artie's tale of woe one more time.
He had 911 called on him.
Yeah. Well, I'll be back right after this. Well, you struck out with her, man. She's hot.
Whatever. Look at his brajol.
Who cares?
And you say you went out with him twice?
Well, then he called me and he was like, Cabby and I are going to see Depeche Mode. Want to come?
I wasn't going with Cabby, was I? I remember going to Depeche Mode with you and trying again to bang her. It didn't work.
But I want to see Depeche Mode. So.
Come on over.
You totally used him.
You look like
No, he was nice to talk
You look
to.
like the Yiddish Suzanne Summers.
Come on over. I'm showing another Walter Matthau movie.
Not the first time nor the last time I'll have been used for a concert ticket.
So you went to Depeche Mode and you didn't give him anything? You didn't give him a kiss? Nothing?
No.
Bitch.
But he bought the DVD set of Pimps Up, Hoes Down. That was the last time I talked to him.
When you went to Depeche Mode, did you call him a shook or did you call him Dead Air Dave?
I think I just didn't call him anything because I didn't want to mispronounce it.
Right.
His feelings.
I like that you came out in your shorts and you took a nice shower and you said, look, you need to call me a shook.
What, are you stripping now or something?
No.
What do you do for a living?
I finance mobile homes.
No kidding.
So what's the deal with the boobs? What did you need those for mobile homes?
Come on. She's sick hot, man.
Oh, he's so angry at
Turn
me.
around. Let me see your ass. Look at that.
Look at you.
Can you blame me for trying?
No.
Howard, she was just on her way to get in her bikini for the contest. All the girls have to be in bikinis.
Oh, my bikini's smoking.
You'll be getting over a 7 from me in terms of the evaluatory.
I could tell she's already not that big a fan of the show, though.
We'll see.
Passed a big test to get here.
She did.
Somebody could have filled it out for her.
No,
Name
we have
the
some
three
on the
of us back here. Go ahead.
You're smoking.
She's no fan of the show.
You're 27. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
How long's your boyfriend been with you?
2 years.
Yeah.
He's here.
Does he give it to you every night?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'd work you over pretty good. Tell you that.
He does the smart move and doesn't show you a 1973 Walter Matthau film.
Well, he has banged Artie's sister, so.
What?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Really?
Yep.
This is
Your
like all in
boyfriend?
the family.
Your boyfriend had sex with Artie's sister?
You should see the look on Artie's face. He's got murder in his eyes.
Now he's the killer.
Stacey Lang.
No kidding.
Oh, let's see
Bring
this
him in.
guy.
Let's hear this.
Who's getting Artie's sister?
Artie's
Look at him. He's totally not into this.
No, who is this?
Who is this?
What's the guy's name?
Hey, listen, your sister's sexual. She can have sex.
No, I know. What's the guy's name?
Keith.
What?
Keith.
Keith who?
Craigo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you like to meet him, Artie?
Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah,
meet
bring him in.
Bring him in. No, well.
You gotta love what our New Jersey audience does for this show.
Wow.
Artie, put down the vodka. You can't go back to drinking.
This is not an excuse for falling off the wagon.
Man.
We put him on.
Anyway, my point of getting into this story was that Dead Air Dave has one of those confusing situations where he has a real name and a radio name.
And he doesn't know what to use.
Yeah. Here's Keith.
Oh! This is
Artie's
the guy.
brother-in-law.
This is the man, Artie.
How'd you get Artie's sister?
I don't know.
Where'd you meet her?
She doesn't look like Artie.
No, she's a good-looking girl. I met her.
Does Artie remember me?
No, I don't.
You actually met this guy.
Actually, a few weeks ago. You were drinking Jack. You were.
What was this?
So how'd I meet her?
Yeah.
In the town where she lives, Artie lives.
Oh, yeah? And you hung out with Artie for a while?
A couple times we hung out, yeah.
When, you pick her up in a bar or something?
Did I pick her up in a bar? They like to drink, that family.
Why are you so mad?
Howard,
you don't know your sister has sex?
No, I know. This isn't.
I've hung with Artie. This is so his Achilles heel. I got to tell you.
He's so mad.
Yeah, he loves that sister.
We were in Atlantic City like 4 years ago, the Cabby John fight, and one of the sales guys that works here knew Artie's sister just from hanging around.
Uh-huh.
And I joked that, Artie's sister went up to go to the bathroom, and the guy left, and I joked that they went back to the room. Thought Artie was going to go nuts.
So how come you didn't marry Artie's sister? What happened? What went wrong?
I didn't marry her?
What went wrong?
I guess neither one were the marrying type.
Yeah. You see, just went out a couple of times. You guys had some great
times,
sex.
hung out.
Sex was good.
Yeah.
And then you went your separate ways.
Pretty much, yeah.
How many times did you
How many times?
bed Artie's sister?
Did I what?
Bed Artie's sister.
Oh, bed Artie's
Maybe that's better left unsaid.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he's
Let's
not
not brag.
a tell kind of guy. But she was good, is what you're saying.
She's very fun.
She's a nice girl, is what you said.
She's a very nice girl,
Right,
yeah.
right.
I wouldn't say
You
anything
liked
about
her.
but
You liked
she's
her.
very sweet.
Yeah.
Man, Artie is still.
What's with you, Artie?
not
Why are you
moving.
having a
He's
weird
not
reaction?
even involved in the conversation.
I had nothing to do with it.
I know you had nothing to do with it.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. I don't want anything from you.
God,
What did I do? Guy went out with your sister. Big deal.
You were having fun with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wait, Artie's weird. You're the one who asked to meet him, not me. I didn't know. Yeah, he said bring him in.
No, he didn't.
He did.
There's nothing to be angry about.
Well, yeah, what's the big deal?
Yeah, you never misused or abused your sister.
Oh,
it was a nice
She
relationship.
didn't rape her.
No.
He's not even trashing her. He's saying she was a good girl, nice girl.
She's a very nice girl. I would never say anything
No,
bad
Artie's
about
weird. Listen, my daughters go out with guys. I don't have that weird reaction. They're my daughters.
Right.
Right. You gonna start drinking again?
Wow.
Well.
No, I'm gonna start drinking.
He might start killing.
You might want to wait at Nobu during the show.
What did he do?
Yeah, what did I do?
I don't know, but Artie looks very strange right now.
Artie's got a thing with that sister and that mother.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
They're a very tight family. They're close families.
I guess you know.
You hung out with Artie, though.
Just a couple times we were
I
out
remember
with
meeting
his
him.
sister and.
Really?
Yeah.
And he doesn't even remember you.
No.
Well, maybe he was
Drinking
high.
days.
Yeah. He's probably wasted.
Yeah.
So you will go out with your sister and her dates?
No,
Oh,
I don't do that.
okay. All right.
Well, he's probably happened to be at bars that,
Oh, you just have to run into him.
Are you for real? You're really
My
mad at this
sister
guy?
doesn't like to drink, by the way. She's not a drinker. She drinks sometimes. She doesn't drink. She doesn't drink like me.
Nobody could drink.
She doesn't have.
We know that.
She doesn't have.
There isn't a person on the planet that could drink
She
like
doesn't
you.
have problems like me. She's a nice girl.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I didn't say it.
Why, do you think he was saying she wasn't a nice girl?
Whatever.
You know what? He's going a little KC on us here. I'm like a little.
You're insane.
Nah, whatever.
Sit down. You're insane.
Everything's cool, man.
You're nuts.
Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
Is Artie one of the judges?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
boy.
You're dead.
You know, it's funny. He was loving her until this guy came in.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
I know Dead Air Dave wasn't loving her.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, my point being, aside from Artie's drama, is that radio guys have these confusing names.
Confusing lives.
Yeah.
Do you feel a little schizophrenic, like you don't know who this Dave guy is?
Who?
Oh, you're asking
I'm
me?
asking Dave. Like, does he not relate to that name at all?
No, it's
Yeah,
all
well-
good. It's just, I mean, who wants to mix up names at work?
Yeah.
You know who I hear is changing his name for radio is Dan the Song Parody Man.
What is he doing?
He dropped I found out he was Jewish. He dropped the Jewish last name.
It's something man, and he took I think it's like Goodman or something. No, it was Cooperman.
And he became Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
The Dead Air Dave story, I heard that boxer story so long
Come here.
ago, so that definitely was not.
I heard you changed your whole name.
Yeah, no, my name has always been Cooper, and I don't even know what my grandfather's real last name, but it was one of those Ellis Island deals where he gave him some
Oh, you
crazy
didn't
name,
do
and
it,
they just
though.
wrote down Cooper.
I thought, because I never knew you
the
were.
whole thing's just because Bob Levy is an alcoholic, so he used to always think my name was Cooper, even though I told him Cooperman, even though a million times I told him Cooper, but we always hung out and, getting wasted and stuff like that. He would just never remember my real name, so he's told a lot of people my name is Cooperman, even though we've known each other for years.
All right, who cares? Listen. All right, Dan, thanks for clearing that up. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break.
Sit down, Artie.
Yeah, sit down, Artie. You're acting retarded.
I'll do whatever I want.
You're acting weird. You got anybody back there who's ever had sex with Artie's mom?
As a matter of fact.
Let's really make his head spin.
You don't know your sister goes on dates?
Of
Your
course
sister's a
I
sexual
do.
guy.
Of course I
a
do.
sexual
But
woman.
it's nobody's business.
But Artie, first of all, he didn't come. They didn't book themselves on the show for this. It just sort of unfolded, and he didn't say anything bad about her.
No. I
didn't even say I had sex with her. I just really went out,
Your girlfriend did.
What'd she say?
She had sex with
said that Artie's sister had slept with her boyfriend.
Oh.
Look, of course there's nothing wrong with that. It's just nobody's business.
We dated a few times.
I don't like when my stupid life affects other people in my family. That's all.
Well, he dated your sister.
Jeez. Well, that's completely fine.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
He actually seems like a nice guy. I'm just saying.
He's not saying if she had sex with him.
I don't even care if that happened. I get that happens. I just don't want to blurt it out all over the place.
I don't want to hurt Stacy's nun career, because I know she's about to embark on a nun career.
It's not even about that, man.
Right,
it's not even about that.
I understand.
Okay. Nobody's saying, I mean, what did we say? We didn't say anything.
Nothing.
I didn't say anything.
Nobody's saying anything.
I was just trying to make sure we didn't say anything.
I'll give you Casey's phone number. You can give him a call.
Yeah, you two can talk each other down.
All right, everybody take a break. When we come back, we're going to find the hottest chick, biggest fan contest. And what's the prize?
$10,000.
Whoa.
Who's giving us the prize? Where's the plug?
Well, we're not starting the contest yet.
All right, but I would give him a plug to give him $10,000.
Yeah, they could use an extra plug.
It's a Trip in the Rift on tonight, 10 o'clock, Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, come on, give me the plugs. What's going on? I know with you. I wish you luck, honey. I'm giving you a big ass vote.
Got to see everybody.
I know. I hear you.
Thank you, Howard.
Dave, sorry you didn't score with this chick.
Yeah, good luck.
What does that guy got that Dave doesn't have?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Dave's as good looking as that guy.
He didn't come out in his underwear.
Right. He acted like a gentleman.
He had the right move.
Such bull.
All right, so thanks to Trip and the Riff, we will have a $10,000 prize.
If a girl knows a lot about the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. And this girl evidently saw Dave's apartment. Nice apartment?
It's nice.
Yeah.
Big.
Big?
She saw the old one. It was like 5-6 years ago, right?
I was in college.
How's he looking in his underwear?
It's all right.
Yeah.
Not good enough to jump.
Just being nice.
I think Artie scared everyone in the room.
It's bull, though. Maybe boxers and a T-shirt, but not without a T-shirt.
What do you have to take a shower for when you take a girl home to your apartment?
Robin, I don't remember. It was like 6 goddamn years
You
ago.
have to take a shower so you get your clothes
Who the
off.
hell knows?
How else are you going to get your clothes off?
Yeah. You might have moved too fast on her with the getting into your underwear.
I might have been delusional. Might have been a 9-hour day. I have no idea.
All right, we're going to take a break. And
Artie's going to pull himself together.
Artie, you try and pull yourself together.
Artie's going to do whatever the hell he wants.
Okay, what did we do? Shut up.
In life and everything.
What is your problem?
What is going on here?
All right.
Are you acting like we do? You want to get this out of your chest? Like,
Vent.
Can I ask you a question,
It's
Artie?
a free country, and I can do whatever I want.
Artie, can I ask you a question?
I choose to say nothing right now.
For whatever you're feeling right now, who do you hold most accountable? That's all I need to know.
Nobody.
Better not be me. I didn't do anything.
Nobody. I don't hold you accountable.
Okay, just checking.
I'm just saying. You know, some things I like being left private.
Okay.
But I understand also that it's a double-edged sword. You can't have that with this show. So, you know.
It just happened to come up. I'm
right,
sorry.
I know. It just happened
Yeah,
to
I had
come
no
up.
pre-warn on that if you're thinking that.
I don't think that at all.
Yeah, this wasn't the plan.
No. I know.
We thought we were talking about
I know.
Yeah, the plane story was the funny story. The plan was to attack me.
I know.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Gary, from now
Artie
on,
was all for that plan.
no one from New Jersey.
That's it. It's
on the
Jersey.
show. Yes, Marianne from Brooklyn.
Artie, your sister didn't murder anybody. She went out on a date. I can't believe you. Artie, you were in love with that girl. You were saying how hot she was, and as soon as that bomb was blowing, boy, Artie, you changed 180 degrees. Shame on you, Artie. Lighten up. You're a party fun guy. What's wrong with you?
No, I'm not.
No, he's not. He's
yeah,
no party.
Oh, my God.
I am no party.
Christian, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy Artie, he thinks his sister's Mother Teresa or something.
No, I don't. It's about a privacy thing.
It's her story. It's not Artie's.
You know.
I understand the
Of
difference.
course I know
The poor guy, you know, he he sobers up, and then he doesn't even remember hanging out with this guy.
I'm very sober.
Rich, go ahead.
Believe me.
The one moment we get to see Artie pissed off and angry, the E-cameras are not there.
I know. Do you believe this? This is what I'm talking about.
that look.
I'll never know what that look looks like forever.
I know. And I'm looking at it. It's not fun.
Yeah, you're sitting right next to him.
I think I saw Jason getting some pictures.
Yeah, Jason got some
Did you
pictures.
get pictures of Artie's look?
No, believe me, I have a very self-destructive, violent part of me that's like bad.
I got to get those up there, man. I've never seen a stand.
Yeah, I think that guy should be locked up, actually.
It looked like somebody had taken a dog turd and put it right underneath his nose.
I think it looked attractive.
Like his lips curled up.
Hey, look, it's not us.
I didn't do that.
No, that's fine. That's joking around. That's joking around.
Yes, Hook knows.
Come on, Howard, you don't know too bad. I said, listen, wouldn't you love to be a fly on the wall in Artie's next psychiatrist session? Oh, my God.
There's no psychiatrist sessions.
What?
Are you canceling them?
I'm doing whatever the hell I want.
I think we just tripped a wire here or something.
Yeah, you just had a whole epiphany.
Hey, Artie, what time are we meeting at the bar later?
I gotta shoot the movie.
Thank God.
All right, let's take a break. I really do want to get to the contest, and we're running late, and Artie's girlfriend, Bob Saget's coming in.
All right. Maybe he can come.
Saget will calm me down. No, I'm telling you, because when I was at the port as a longshoreman, I used to have, I had issues of like, you know.
Anger?
Well, you know.
I can imagine. I looked at the look. I could see it.
What was your issue? What would you do?
You know, like I say, it had nothing to do with booze. I mean, you know, every once in a while, you throw a punch here and there, and you know, it's like, I mean, forget about it.
Who are you going to punch, Fred?
I'm not punching anybody anymore.
Artie,
I'm done with dealing with cops and punching.
Were you the guy that you'd hang out, everybody be having fun, he'd be telling jokes and everything, and then all of a sudden somebody tells a mother sister joke, and
He's like Joe
it's not
Pesci.
funny?
Jokes I have no problem with jokes because I joke around.
Right.
I just don't want. You know, I love my sister. I know she goes out and has a good time and does whatever she wants to do. But this is my life.
I understand that.
You know what I mean? Like
Artie's real sister Stacy are on the air.
Of course, this is gonna happen.
Artie, you don't want to punch me, do you, Artie?
I don't want to punch anybody.
I didn't bring this up.
I don't want to punch anybody.
The problem is he doesn't want to know you.
Choke, you're on the air.
It's not even that.
Hey, Artie, why you turn into such a big baby? Wah. Artie will do whatever Artie wants. Wah.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to do whatever I want.
But no more psychiatrist?
He's an adult.
No more psychiatrist?
I'm just going to do whatever I want.
Artie. Good Lord. What does this show do?
I'm not going to see anybody to please anybody anymore. I'm just going to do what I want to do.
No, I'm just asking you. Are you still seeing the show? Don't do it to please me.
Every once in a while, I see him. Not as much anymore.
Oh, you stopped.
Wait a second. Who are you seeing him to please? Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
Because you seem to want me to do it.
I don't want you. Hey, I gave you the name of a shrink. I don't care if you ever go. That's not my business. That's your business.
Right.
You're thinking I want you to go see a shrink?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I said to you, it helped me. Maybe this will help you, friend. Here's the name of a guy.
And now you're what? Punishing Howard by not going?
Because I said to you
No,
something else
I'm not punishing anybody. I'm just doing whatever the hell I want to do.
Wait a second. You said you were going to the shrink because of me?
Absolutely.
You're insane.
Well, that we knew before.
That's
Dude,
obvious.
I said to you, Artie, I see a shrink and it helped me. If you want the name of one, I'll give you one. You said, yeah, give me the name of one. I really want to see one. And I gave you the name.
It's not helping.
Well, it doesn't help
Artie,
in 3
you
days.
got to stick with it.
It's not helping.
Yes, it is. You've been much better.
How many total sessions have you seen the guy, though, Artie? Probably less than 8?
3 times.
That's, you can't... That's like saying I didn't...
helping.
I took 3 piano lessons.
KC used to go, it doesn't work. How many times you go? Once.
I'm doing fine. I got to finish shooting this effing movie, and then I can relax.
With what? Drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, you devil, you little devil.
What little devil? That's it. That's what I do. I get up, I eat, I drink. That's what I do. That's how I exist.
Oh, goodness.
And I didn't make the suggestion of a psychiatrist. Other people said it to me, and that's when I got the name.
Actually, he made you. All you did was give him a name. He had to make the call. He thought he was doing it at the time for himself. Now he's making it about you.
Yeah, don't do it for me. Don't do anything for me.
Nobody told you to go anywhere. We asked you to come to work. That's what we asked you.
I just asked you to show up for your job.
I like
you were in bed, curled up in a ball.
I like you. I appreciate you, and you did a lot for me. And yeah, sure. It was
so you went to 3 psychiatrist sessions?
No, but it's just like I drive myself crazy thinking. I got an offer to go to L.A. for a month to do a movie.
Right. I know your manager contacted me.
It's a big movie.
Yeah.
Good. And I'm thinking about not doing it because I want to please everybody else.
No, you should do it.
You should go do it then. You do what you have to do in life. Hey, you got to evaluate. Maybe this, like your manager wrote me, it's a good opportunity for Artie. I go, well, maybe this is a good opportunity for Artie.
Of course it is.
That's all. But you could do what you want. I never once said to you, don't do what you don't want. Do what you want.
I've been doing stand-up on the road for 15 years. I can't keep doing that. They're going to find me dead. I'm dead in the Best Western in St. Louis. I don't want that to happen.
I offered you a job here so that you could live in Jersey, be an asset to the show. Right. Your career is flourishing. You're doing well. You're getting your choice of projects, your DVDs and so on. Anybody who is associated with this show does well. So why would you be angry? You got an offer to go do a movie. What are you angry with me for? I'm not telling you what to do.
Well, right, but obviously you'd have an issue if I left.
Do whatever you want. You do your thing, man. You got to make choices in life. You're a big boy.
Everything.
Don't blame me. Blame yourself.
That's what you keep saying that's wrong. I'm not blaming you.
Yes, you are. You're saying you're going to be disappointed in me.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just, I'm mulling it over in my head, and it's driving me crazy.
You got a great thing going on here. I mean, you got a great offer out in L.A. to do a movie. I saw your fellow cast members. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, well, there's movie stars in it, and it's a director who's got a lot going on.
And I think you got to make a decision what you want to do in life. I get offered all kinds of things. Some of them I can do, some of them I can't.
Right.
You know what this is equivalent to, Artie?
You don't like being in charge of your life.
This is equivalent to having a TV show and getting offered James Bond, like Pierce Brosnan. He couldn't do James Bond then because he had a TV show.
Or he could have done it and dropped the TV show.
No, they wouldn't let him out of his contract.
I'll make it easier.
The deal I have here, I can do whatever I want.
I never would hold you to do anything.
Right.
I'm that kind of guy. I got news for you. Anybody on this show, whether they know it or not, has that deal with me.
You made it pretty damn clear that if I left for the 3 weeks, you were going to be aggravated. I
made it clear because you were shooting in New York, and I knew when you came up to me and asked my opinion. You asked for my opinion. Don't forget that. You shouldn't have asked for my opinion.
I sort of said, well,
you said to me, let's review. I'm going to tell you how you're being a little boy here.
Okay,
and you're not accepting responsibility. You come up to me, Daddy, and say, Dad, I want to go.
I don't think you're my dad.
Okay.
You're not my father.
But you treat me like I'm your father.
My father ain't around anymore.
You treat me like I'm your father. You're saying to me, hey, Dad, I don't want to be in this position. You're putting me in the position. Dad, what do you think of this? I got a job for a movie.
Right.
And I'm shooting in New York, and I got to leave for 3 weeks. I said, oh, why do you have to leave for 3 weeks if you're shooting in New York? Well, they can't figure out how to make a schedule. I said, well, I bet you they could. Bet you they could figure out how to make a schedule. It's up to you to say, listen, my job is important here, and I can do both, and it's a sacrifice. And lo and behold, you went back and found out you can do it.
But what you're forgetting is, of course, I was able to figure out a way to do it.
Of course.
It was about making my life not insanely crazy. Like, we don't have the budget.
So then you should have gone. So you should have gone and just done the movie.
In between shots, I'm sleeping on a piece of plywood. I need, you know what I mean?
Welcome to the real world.
It would have been a lot easier to do the movie.
So you should have done it. I said to you, you can do what you want. If you ask my opinion, I would do both. That's me. You're asking my opinion.
Right.
And it's just like this. I get offered a lot of stuff. Here's a funny thing. I get offered 5,000 things a day, not only work-wise, but in my personal life.
Right.
Like, I'm with one woman, but I could also be with 50. But somewhere inside of me, I say no. Sometimes I say no to alcohol. Sometimes I say no to drugs. Sometimes I say I can limit myself. I'm able to say no. Something is bad for me. I'm not going to do it. And it's the same way you're going to have to limit yourself with whatever you do in life. You can't blame me. If you got an offer for a Hollywood movie, you got to say to yourself, okay, the Hollywood movie came. Maybe it came about because of the show. Maybe it didn't.
Of course
and then you
it
say to
did.
yourself,
That's not the situation.
they're asking me to be away for a month. You don't even have to ask my permission. That's our deal. You can go leave for a month.
I realize
you can leave
that.
for a year.
I realize that. But, of course, you know, you have to know what's going on. And I would assume you'd comment on it. And when you commented on it,
Wait a second.
you
Did you come to me? Your manager writes Gary an email telling me you're going to be gone for a month. You want me to now comment on it?
No. He wrote an email. They
wrote an email to Gary that Artie got an offer. It would be this is a great opportunity.
They
for
want
Artie.
me to do it. I am thinking about it.
So if it's a great opportunity for Artie, take it. This is a great opportunity too. Weigh it out and do what you want. You're a big boy. It's the same way you said, I don't want to drink right now. You said no to yourself.
Right.
Now you got it. Now you got to decide. You got a lot of good things happening all at once. Don't ask me to make the decision. You make the decision. It's not about me. It's about you. The world is your oyster.
I know what just happened here because I was like, how did we get into this conversation?
It's Lori's fault.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
Artie's pissed that his sister's life got brought up on the show, and that's why he's saying, I'm now going to do whatever I want, because I was making sacrifices for this show, but if this is how I'm going to be treated now, I'm going to do whatever I want.
No, it's not about being
That's exactly
he's mad at
what's
me.
happening.
The girl
You're
goes,
getting upset
don't
over
be mad
that.
at me. What did I do?
I don't feel like I'm being treated poorly here ever.
But Artie, why would this all of a sudden be coming up in this conversation? This is exactly what brought it up.
It just led to this.
And that's what led to it. Now you're pissed because
You're mad at me. All these guys get mad at me.
I'm not mad at you.
What did I do?
Oh, well,
listen, I'm a fan of yours.
I swear to God, I'm not mad at you.
I'm a fan of yours, right?
I'm mad at the
a fan of yours.
situation I'm in.
All right, look. You're mad because someone's offering you a movie?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell to do because, I mean, believe me, I know this business.
I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story,
it
okay?
It could fail, and then that's it.
I'm going to tell you a story.
I'll be working at a deli.
I'm going to tell you a story, okay?
Which I'd be good at, by the way.
I'm going to tell you a story, Artie, and you take what you want out of it.
All right, go ahead.
A couple of months ago, a guy came to me. He's a very famous director-writer of movies.
Right.
And he sent me a script. And he said, this script is for someone else, a very, very famous actor. I thought of you, and I think you would be great in the role, even better than this great actor, an actor I really respect.
Right.
And I read it, and I loved the script. Artie, this is a very funny script, and a role that I feel would maybe get me an Academy Award. What do you think of that?
Okay.
That's how good I think the role is and how good I'd be in it.
I think that's unbelievable, but go ahead.
Okay. This director has directed... This director's maybe one of my favorite directors of all time.
All right.
Okay. That's how good this guy is.
So it's Bob Saget.
No, it's not Bob Saget. So listen to this.
But somebody like
I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about setting limits and having a hard time.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I read the script, and I say, I'll do it. I'm going to be in.
All right.
And what it means is I'm probably going to have to shoot for 2 months, do the radio show, and do this movie.
Oh, so they were shooting here.
They would be shooting here, yeah. So, and I said, I'll do it. I said, I'm going to satellite in January. I said, I have to devote myself to satellite at least by the end of October. The only 2 months I can give you is September, October. The guy goes, okay, look, it's going to be rough, but I can do it. I could shoot you in September, October, but I got to move quick. I said, okay.
In L.A. or here?
Here.
Right.
Okay. I'm the lead character.
Okay.
All right. So, lo and behold, they call me back. They go, look, we got everything all lined up, but we're going to have to shoot October, November. I sat down. I go, this is the movie that I've been waiting for. It's the role I want.
Right.
This is a Howard Stern film without me having written it, but it's my role. It was as if it was destined for me.
Yeah.
And I love acting. I do. I love it. So October, November. I sat down. I said, well, I got a commitment to satellite. I want to go out and promote satellite. I called him up and I said, I can only do September, October. Now, inside, I was dying. This meant I had to say no to something. He goes, I can't get it together that fast. I have to go with someone else. And that's the end of my movie. Now, the reason I tell you this is not that you should do the same thing.
Because you realize I ain't you, Howard.
No, but you are you. You already, you got a lot of good going on in your life right now.
Okay, yeah.
And you got to recognize it.
All right.
Your life is straightened out. You're on a roll.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
That's your professionally. I don't know what you're doing.
Professionally, my life's been good for a decade.
All right.
You know, but personally, it's I'm out of control.
All right.
Well, wait a minute. Whose fault is that?
Mine. I'm not blaming anybody, Robin. I'm taking.
So if you go to L.A. and do the movie, is your personal life going to get better?
No.
It's going to get worse.
No.
I don't understand how he brings that up.
He says he goes to L.A. and he goes insane.
Let me ask you something. Here's what I worry about, because me and you have sort of become friendly too, right? Okay, on a certain level, we're friends. I mean, it's not like,
No, you're my friend. Go ahead,
Well, I
love you.
I love you too, but I consider
You're a pleasure to work with.
We have more of a business relationship than friends.
Whatever. If you call this business, this is hardly a business to me. But go ahead, I sit and talk to you for 4 hours a day.
We actually make a living doing
What do you want to say?
What if I came to you and I said, look, man, I can only go to satellite with you for a couple of months because I have a great opportunity moving to L.A. to do a sitcom. I'm going to roll the dice. It's like I'm a fat guy who could get a sitcom, and in 7 years, I could be worth $1 billion.
I'd say go do it. Do whatever you want. I told you that. What do you think went on when you contracted satellite? But what went on with your contracted satellite? I didn't want it. I said to you, don't even sign a or do it for a year. Do it for whatever you want. I don't care.
But he has a corollary. What were you going to say after that? Would you still be friends? Is that what you were going to say?
I'm afraid that
the people at Satellite felt, hey, we're making a financial commitment to Artie. He could give us a year. In other words, we're putting something on the line here. Maybe Artie could give us a year. That's what their feeling is.
Right.
My feeling is this. I don't need you. You want to leave tomorrow.
I know
you didn't hear the other part of his question.
I didn't say I didn't need you. I want you here. I spent months looking for someone to sit in that chair. Maybe a year's.
Right.
You're the guy. That's your job.
Right.
But Howard, you didn't hear the other part of his question. He's also afraid if he leaves, he'll lose your friendship.
No, you never lose my friendship.
It's important to me.
You do your thing. You do what's best for Artie.
See, I think he's looking for not just for the answer of go do what you got to do. I think he's looking for your blessing, which is
blessing
different.
To do what?
But it's different.
I know you're not going to have my blessing because, quite frankly, if you asked my opinion,
you want me here.
No, it's not. I want you here. I can't believe that movie.
Right.
Is a better opportunity for you than to be here.
F the movie. I'm talking about like obviously my best roll of the dice in this business. Like looking the way I look.
Why are you fixated on this? Let's say a big sitcom comes up.
Right. Okay.
Leave and go do it.
Great opportunity.
And I will try to do what I can, and I have to do what's best for this show.
Right.
You understand that?
Of course I understand.
Right. If you leave to go do a sitcom, that's it. I got to go find someone else. Of course.
So you don't mind me sort of asking for a short-term commitment at satellite radio?
I've already I thought you were already past that.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
I'm not.
I heard you were.
No, I'm not. It's not. Nothing is resolved.
I heard it was resolved.
All right. Well, that's not.
I heard someone called me up and said Artie doesn't want a 5-year deal. Blah blah blah. I said it's okay with me.
It really is.
Yeah.
That was never relayed to me.
Artie,
There's a lack of communication.
I said Artie's deal with me has always been he can leave whenever he wants.
More important, right, but the satellite's a different issue. It's a big undertaking you got going on over there, and I get it.
Satellite is saying if we're paying Artie money, and they feel it's a good amount of money, and if you feel it's a good amount of money.
But let me just say something to you.
They want a year commitment. But I personally, I don't care.
Without getting into figures and we're not sounding like a jerk, I made more on the Norm Show than what they're offering me.
So you're in radio now. Welcome to the nightmare. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is this: your deal can be you can leave tomorrow, and that can always be your deal. That can be your deal, and your manager should know it. Your agent should know it.
Right.
All your people should know it.
I have an amazing agent. I have an amazing manager. They look, but here's where the shrink should try to fix me. The insane guilt I have of leaving you guys because I love everyone here to death personally.
But why are you fixated on this?
The reason I have these opportunities, and I'm like,
well, then you weigh it out.
If
this is the reason you have these opportunities, and this is why your name is out there.
I lose sleep over it. I'm like, the reason I could get a sitcom.
Do you have a sitcom? Do you have a sitcom?
There's several opportunities that I've turned down in the last year.
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story. Right. Jay Thomas had a really good radio career. He was here at 99X in New York.
Right.
And someone said to him, we're going to hire you for the Mork and Mindy show. While it was on the air, biggest sitcom there ever was, Mork and Mindy, one of the biggest on the air at that time.
While it was on already.
While it was on.
They're going to create a character
They
for
created a character for Jay Thomas.
Right.
He quit his radio gig, moved out to L.A., took Mork and Mindy. The show was on for a year and then tanked. That was it.
Right.
And Jay's never recovered radio-wise. Now, that's his career trajectory.
Howard, look, I know.
I look at that. You got to know, you got to know how many holding deals they got in L.A. for sitcoms.
Howard, I've had 4 of them.
Ask Bob, what's his name? No, not Bob Saget, Bob Schimmel.
Hey, can I ask Artie a question?
I've done a million projects in this business, Howard. 2 of them I've considered successful. This show and my DVD. You can call Mad TV stayed on the air for 10 years, so maybe. But everything else is just marred with failure. I get it. Like, I know about failure. That's what show business is.
Artie,
but you can make a lot of money in failure. I get
Well, then go back to failing and make a lot of money.
You know what? I got to say something here, Artie. Wait a minute.
What do you want from me?
Listen to me for a second.
What is it you're asking me for?
I'm willing to roll.
What do you want? Tell me what you need.
I'm not asking you anything. I'm just expressing my feelings of how, like, if I went to do the sitcom, what's bugging me is feeling guilty.
Why? I'm telling you, I don't care.
You're going to feel guilty.
You're going to feel guilty if you screw up your career.
And if that happens, fine. At least I know I took the shot.
But
Artie, you know what I mean? Like, I took the
You told us there was one sitcom you turned down because you knew you'd be miserable doing it.
Right, but that's not always the situation. There's a couple that I think I would have loved.
All right, Artie,
and you turned them down?
Yes, I did.
Here's what you got.
Yes,
you got the manager, you got the agent. They're whispering.
No, I know.
Whispering.
I know what they're whispering.
Look at me. Look.
Whispering. Yeah, I get it.
Artie, we've got fame and fortune. Your own thing. It's going to happen. You know, Jackie got the sickness.
But Howard, let me tell you something. When I was a longshoreman, there were guys saying to me, "You're an idiot for trying to be in show business."
No, I'm not saying that. And I'm telling you.
I'd be loaded
and by the way,
in Newark right now.
If someone comes to you and says, "Artie, we have a sitcom," Frank Sebastiano writes Dirty Work 2, and he says we're going to go write it.
That ain't going to happen.
All right, well maybe you will. But if that's it, and that's the thing that is your career path.
Right.
I would always wish you well. You don't have to feel guilty for a second. I'm blessed that you were here for the short couple of years you were here. I would like you to be with us when we go to satellite and be with us in future projects. If that is giving you pain and angst and pressure, you don't do it.
If it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go.
Get rid of it. If it's time to go, it's time to go.
Howard, can I ask Artie one quick question?
There's been no one more important in my career than you.
You don't have to say it.
That'll be true if I become,
we're friends
Ray
for life.
Romano
We're friends for life.
So when you pick up your Emmy, remember to thank him.
No.
Well, that'll never happen.
But Artie,
where I see my friends is here. You understand? Like Stuttering John was like, how come you don't get together with me? I love to go do a Tonight Show. I go, because I don't get together with anybody. This is where I see my friends. I see Robin here.
Right. I don't want to leave on bad terms. I've never
You're not leaving.
on bad terms.
How are you leaving on bad terms? Are you leaving? Is this what you're telling us?
No. I might not be at satellite for. What I'm saying is, I might not be at satellite for the run.
So don't. Who cares?
But
if
that
Fred,
first day on the air,
Robin, Gary, I'm at satellite for the run. Other people don't have to be. Satellite is my thing. I am inviting everyone to the party.
I know.
If you want to come to the party, come to the party.
And you let me come to the party for 4 years, and it's been amazing.
If you don't want to come to the party, don't come to the party.
Artie, we make the commitment ourselves. I decide how long I want to be here. I decide that I've been here this long.
I know.
Nobody's
I know it.
What are you talking? I mean, I could leave if I wanted to.
Of course, I know that.
I got to get to the pageant.
One final question.
I decided it was important to me.
Artie, take away the money aspect of it.
Right.
And where do you think, and I'm not, this isn't a jaded question, where do you think you would find more enjoyment, doing this or doing a sitcom? Or do you not know because you don't know what the sitcom is?
Well,
take the money
he's
out.
saying he'd rather have the money.
Yeah, he's saying I want
But I'm
this
saying,
money paid.
sometimes you think about,
Would someone just promise me they'll never come in here and say they went on a date with Stacey Lang? Please, it's killing me. It's killing my whole plan. I got a great bit lined up.
There's nothing more fun than doing this show.
I just know it brings you personal enjoyment, and sometimes something that gets you more money doesn't always bring you the same
Yeah,
joy.
Steve, go ahead. Steve, you're on the air.
Robin,
Yes?
you tell him Artie that he, all his problems. You sound like a doctor. What's your problem? You're all over him. Leave the guy alone.
She hasn't said a word.
He's been talking for an hour. I haven't said anything.
Yes, she is.
No, she hasn't.
Right, you're fixated. You haven't been listening.
Marianne, go ahead.
Artie, let me compose myself. First of all, Artie, in everyday life, people have to make job decisions. And, you know, that's like a cop-out. You're saying, like, you're being held back because you have to decide. And in life, you know what, Artie? People find a job they love and people to work with that they love. And you know what? They don't go to get the Ray Romano show. They stay there because they like it. Why can't you decide? It's not that complicated.
Wade, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I've been a listener for 20 years and just think you're the greatest thing ever in entertainment. But I can't listen when Artie's on. I turn the channel. And, you know, just like you say, if you don't like it, turn the channel. But I know I can't pay for satellite knowing that he's going to be on, and I have a request.
Well, it turns out he might not be there, so you could come with us.
Well, let's say that he stays. I have a suggestion or request. Have 3 out of the 5 days of the week or 2 out of the 5 of the days of the week Artie free days, because when he's not on the show, I tune in. I'm there for the whole 4 hours. He's the biggest mama's boy going. He hates women. His imitations of blacks, Southerners, and old people are all exactly the same. I haven't heard a funny thing he
Well,
said
there you
yet.
go. Maybe this is great.
Let's have Artie free days on satellite, because I can't see paying if he's on, because I don't listen when he's on.
Sir, could you call every day?
Anthony, you're on the air.
I don't agree with that last caller. I think Artie needs to learn from his past and know that he's probably going to fail again. And if he fails again,
Oh, jeez.
I remember when Artie came here, he kept talking to me about he was a loser, a failure. He's going to ruin this show because everything he touches gets ruined. And I felt that he's made a lot of progress. I think he feels good about himself. He's got a nice situation. I always thought this was a haven and a good job. But when it stops being that, you got to go.
yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, Artie's a great guy, and I love him in the show, but I think if he does this and he fails, he's just going to drink himself to death because he won't even have a job with you anymore.
I'm not leaving here some big, like, acting like some big shot saying I'm definitely going to go do this. Of course I know I can
maybe you
fail.
had enough of this.
Of course I know
Frank,
I
go
can
ahead.
fail.
You're on the air. Yeah, Frank. All right, Frank's gone. We got to take a break. Look, Artie, I wish you luck with your decision. Don't bother me about it. You do what you have to do.
I don't bother you about stuff.
Don't ask me. You do what you have to do. You decide what to do. I'm not Big Daddy here. This is just a work opportunity that is provided to a few lucky people.
You're right.
That's it. Scott, you're on the air.
Hey, I got to tell you, Howard, this is the most real radio that I've ever heard. I'm calling from Portland, Oregon. It's, you know, God knows what time it is right now. It woke me up from sleep. I've loved Artie on the show. I love all you guys. And, you know, it's career suicide to jump from a successful operation to do something.
No, Artie has a plan, and Artie's saying
This
even
might not be answering all of Artie's needs.
Artie's a creative guy.
Look,
he has things he needs to do in life, and that's okay with me.
Look, if I
don't want anyone to be here who is unhappy.
If I do this and it fails, think of all the hours over at the you could giggle about.
No, we won't even go there because
It'll be
as soon as you leave, believe me, you'll be forgotten, and we'll never mention you again.
I'm talking
Trust
about
me.
10 seconds of giggling.
Hey, you know, we really should break because even Bob Saget's here now.
Well, Bob Saget can go home now because tell Bob he's going to have to wait. We're now, because of Artie's problems, we haven't even gotten to the hottest chick, biggest fan contest, which I'm dying to get to.
We still have to pick go
Yeah,
from
me
6
too.
to 3 and then play the game.
And I can't believe how Daddy or Dave is interrupting this segment.
I'm just watching The Psychosis.
What do you think?
It's Artie, you got to stay. Are you kidding? What are you, crazy?
I understand.
All right.
I understand. A lot of people are telling me that, too.
No,
How
listen,
does this keep happening to us?
I don't know.
What do we do?
The difference is I don't have hatred or bitterness towards anyone.
We don't have that toward you.
I know that, too.
Who left that has bitterness and hatred? Jackie?
I don't know. I mean,
Jackie had a real mental problem.
I can't speak for Jackie. I have no idea.
All right. Okay. Look, you sit down and calm down. This guy went on a few dates with your sister. We don't know what happened.
Look,
That's your business.
I don't even mind that.
Guys, sorry.
Thanks for having me. Boxing match.
Believe me, I don't mind that.
You're great for the show, Artie. You're the best thing that's happened.
Thank you.
That's right. Absolutely, Artie. All right.
Boxing
Sit down,
match.
you baby gorilla.
I'm a baby gorilla. What do you want from me?
All right.
Look, I mean, I am nuts. You got a guy who's nuts. You're going to have to deal with
You're
it.
not
Artie,
nuts.
we're going to have to take a break,
Artie,
even
look at
if
me.
you are nuts.
You have career opportunities. Things are happening, blossoming. Suddenly, the agent's returning the calls. The manager. There's a lot going on.
Don't make it a problem.
The agent's returning calls.
Look at you. You're an important player in Hollywood. Listen to me.
No, I'm not.
Pursue your dream.
I don't think that.
I never want to stand in your way.
Not an important.
You decide to do what you want and have your manager contact me and let me know. All right. We're going to take a break.
Yeah, we'll get another email.
Gary, send me the email from Artie's manager.
My manager's very powerful. When you get an email, you better open it.
The email was unbelievably creative.
Really?
All right, yes. This is a great, P.S., this is a great opportunity for Artie. Good. Glad my opportunity sucks.
What do you want from me?
You really knew how to turn me on. Okay. I am going to now take a break. I'm going to come back. Okay.
Yes, let's regroup.
I want to know why that guy was listening. Yeah, he'll call in if he doesn't listen when I'm on.
The only thing more comfortable than being in this room on the air would be being in this room off the air.
Yeah. Go shave for your movie.
Time for your shave.
Oh, well, that's great. Now I got to shave.
Go
in the K-Rod
shave
bathroom.
for your movie.
Try not to catch herpes.
Yeah.
I got to go shave around the pubic hair that's on the knob of the sink.
And please tell your manager to write me. Dear Howard, great news. We got Artie a job other than yours, and it's a really great job.
Right. Yeah.
So we don't need you.
This is a real opportunity.
You see what
You need
do?
a manager.
You need a manager. That's not
You
what
need a
it
manager
said. That's not what it
to
said.
smooth things over for your manager. All right.
What did it say?
No, it just said, this is a great opportunity for Artie. I go, oh,
So
good.
there's a possibility that something may come up. It was sort of like a preliminary, like we want to let you guys in the loop.
Yes, thank you.
Right?
I'll stand by and wait for the next communication.
So you're in the loop.
Now I'm in the loop. It's an exciting loop.
It's an evil
Yes,
loop.
Tom.
Can we please take this break?
Tom,
So
I'm trying to work toward a break. I think you can hear that in my voice, okay? Okay? Leave the room and I'll get to the break, I promise. Okay. All right. Right now I don't have
This is becoming like
Who's Artie's?
All right. I'm going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người, và hôm nay bên em lại về một chiếc Hyundai Accent, chiếc xe sản xuất 2018 bản 1.4 số tự động. Xe này phiên bản màu đỏ và là bản cao cấp, vì vậy là nó có full option, cửa sổ trời này, tay lắm cửa mạ chrome, tất cả mọi thứ từ ngoại thất đến nội thất là full. Con này báo một mức giá rất là rẻ thôi, giá này thì cực kỳ là dễ mua luôn. Và bây giờ thì trước khi mà em báo giá thì em sẽ quay tổng thể chiếc xe và xem nó có những cái vấn đề gì. Xe này thì các bạn có thể thấy là
you.